Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rick Phillips with CampusNation.com. I'm here with A.J. Ganger, and we've got Tabby on the video tonight. We're here going to be bringing you high school wrestling. We've got Greenfield, McLean, and Clinton-Massie being hosted by the Wilmington Hurricane wrestling team. All that's going to get underway here at about 5:30. Right now, all we're watching are basically warm-ups prior to these matches starting. There will be varsity as well as junior varsity matches occurring. We'll be bringing you the varsity matches and maybe some bonus coverage if a varsity match is not going on while a junior varsity match is going on. Now, this court that we've got right here on our video is the varsity mat, and that is what we will be bringing you most of the evening. We look forward to doing high school wrestling. We have not done it from this venue, from the middle school gym here on the campus of Wilmington High School before. We have brought you East Clinton wrestling, and we've also brought you wrestling as far as from Blanchester High School when we did some of the regionals in that last year. But we will be getting underway soon here at about 5:30. So in the meantime, just watch the guys warming up, and we will be back just as soon as we get ready for this exciting event tonight.
Next time we'll be here when they do Joy Coffee if you want to get on here and do play-by-play or whatever with him. Okay. What's in your like? He's not very good looking, huh?
Yeah, perfect. Oh, is this live or is it radio?
No, it's live. This will be live.
I got a perfect face for radio.
No, this will be live on Campus Nation, and then it'll be posted later tonight where you can rewatch it.
Okay. Yeah, if you need anything, Kim singing national anthem, I'm gonna be over there. supposed to have all taken care of. Is your dad still running?
Yeah. Yep, he's doing it all right now. That's Timmy's dad. He was the coach here for a while. That's Mr. Beetle.
Again, we'd like to remind you we're just in the stages of warm-up prior to our tri-match. We've got Greenfield, McLean, Clinton-Massie, and Wilmington. Wilmington, the host school here. We're live from the middle school gym on the campus of Wilmington High School. This is CampusNation.com, and we've got the trio of Tabby, Rick, and AJ tonight. We give Tabby first billing because she's getting all these great shots. Now, Tabby, you want to make sure that you do not ever move the camera towards AJ because it'll break. Now, what are you, like, six-time defending state champion, AJ? He's got to get his headphones on. Did you ever come close, AJ?
No. I did win a couple state titles in youth wrestling and junior high wrestling. I didn't make it very far out of districts. I was always in a tough weight class in junior high, and
that's what they all say. Tough weight class.
In high school, I wrestled Division III at the Miami East High School. I was a state qualifier as a freshman at 103 when the weight classes were a lot different. My sophomore year, I dislocated my elbow, could not wrestle my sophomore year. I went 10-5 then. Junior year came back, qualified for districts, didn't make it out of districts. And then my senior year, I tore my labrum in my left shoulder, and that ended my wrestling career. And now I'm just going to practices, helping other younger kids out, showing them, what they can work on. Basically, just giving back. That's the biggest thing for me right now. It's just giving back to the sport that I've been around for so long, and I love watching. So,
well, speaking of success stories, now the Ganger family does have a success story in it.
Yes.
Speaking of younger, your younger brother, who is now going to be going to Kent State and wrestling at Kent State, he was a fairly good wrestler in his day, wasn't he?
He still is a good wrestler in his day. His freshman year, he started out at 106, right after they changed the weights. Got first at districts. Hang on.
Losing your train of thought?
Yeah, I'm trying to write down all the matchups. Anyways, he got first at districts, ended up making it all the way to the state finals, had to wrestle the same kid he beat in the semifinals at districts, Matthew Kolozic, who now wrestles for Blair Academy, and he ended up getting runner-up as a freshman. But his sophomore year, he came back strong, wrestled 113, won his first state title, got to make it all the way to the finals again for the second straight year. And then last season at Covington High School, wrestling 126, he won his second state title. And this year, he's right on track and right on his way. He's focused. He's more focused than I've ever seen him before in his entire life, trying to get that third state title. He wants to get his picture up in the tunnel at the Value City. So when he walks out, maybe one day as a coach, you can see his face and say, I accomplished this as a wrestler. And he's very, very focused, ready to get his third state title, ready to get in that finals for the fourth straight year. And then obviously, like you said, next year he'll be going to Kent State University to wrestle for the Golden Flashers. And
quite an impressive resume there.
Yeah, and he also recently, I saw him last time I saw him wrestle was over Christmas break, and he wrestled at the holiday tournament at your old center there at Wright State, the Nutter Center.
Right, the Nut House.
Yeah, at the Nutter Center, and he got second place, losing to Cameron Kelly in the finals. He lost to Cameron Kelly up at the Ironman, the toughest two-day tournament probably in the country, all high school season long at the Ironman. Lost to him in the semifinals there. So, but like I said, he's very focused right now. I don't think anything's going to get in his way of being back in the finals and winning that third state title.
When I was in high school at Beaver Creek was a very dominating wrestling school, and had won all their dual meets up to the point that I graduated from high school in 1971, had never lost a dual meet. They had won, I think it was 8 consecutive Dayton districts, 8 consecutive Cincinnati regionals. They were just absolutely a powerhouse. Now, my only affiliation with those wrestling teams, because everybody at Beaver Creek had a taste of wrestling in gym, you couldn't get out of it. Paul Martin, the late Paul Martin, was the wrestling coach there, also a football coach there for many years. He made sure every male in that school had a taste of wrestling just to see whether there was someone that might excel in that sport and draft him onto the team, I guess you could say. But I did a lot of the announcing in the way of announcing the matches, the scores, the participants in that for wrestling. And things have changed quite a bit even since then, as far as, like you say, weight classes and various other things as far as the way they conduct these matches. Much like when I ran track, we were running 440, 880, 2 mile. We don't, everything's meters now. So things have changed a little with high school sports and athletics, in particular with wrestling. So what we'll want to do to make sure that everybody that may be less knowledgeable like myself understands what's going on tonight is sort of give them an idea of certain penalties and how things are timed, the number of periods, which I believe are 3.
3 periods. And,
just give them a sort of a flavor, because we've seen even with college basketball broadcasts and high school basketball broadcasts, college plays halves, high school plays quarters. So I'm sure there is a big difference in what a lot of people might be familiar with if they've tuned into WWE or maybe these cage fights and real high school wrestling.
Right, right.
What we would have to say is the real sport.
Yeah, it is. I'm telling you what, this is by far the toughest sport an individual can get involved in. When in high school I had, all the basketball players coming up to me and, calling me names and stuff because I went out in a singlet and I wrestled for 6 minutes. And I will say, if you can make it in wrestling, if you can wrestle and succeed at it, you can do just about anything in your life. Then everything else is going to seem easier because you wrestled.
Well, with wrestling, the conditioning is so intense.
Yeah.
And, so many programs today, as far as football programs and other sports programs at the high school level, they enjoy bringing their wrestlers into their sports because they're already well conditioned and, wrestlers obviously make good football players.
Yeah,
and we see a lot of those crossovers in that those two sports. So, one thing's for certain, wrestling is definitely an intense sport, and it takes a lot of conditioning. It takes a lot of strength. There's a lot of mental in this sport, just like there is in a lot of sports. And so one of the things that we want to make sure is that everybody understands that when we have these matches tonight, you understand the point system, what the calls are, what things mean, and we also invite you to take some time after this match tonight and look at some of our other archives. We've got some matches from East Clinton with Adina and a few other schools are on our website. So if you get interested in what we're doing here tonight as far as bringing you wrestling, we've got some other wrestling that is on the site. Take some time and look over those archives, and you'll get some ideas of some other good matches that we've got here on CampusNation.com. And we'll get underway here very shortly. We're just about ready to start, so hang on. In just a minute, we'll be on the air with the action.
How that ends. Does that sound? Is that long enough? Short enough? Tell them. Oh, also add in there. You can go on and watch this meet later this evening and tomorrow. It'll be up for replay. Everything is up for replay.
Yeah, they can get the video on demand from the CampusNation.com website. Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. He's going to mention us over loudspeaker.
still would like to get our player, Hargraves.
Yes.
What's your name, AJ?
Yeah.
Okay, I got a message from Mr. Hargraves. He said he's having duck tonight.
Get out of here. You tell Charlie I said hi.
I bet that duck steak's pretty good though.
Is he here?
Charlie is everywhere, AJ.
Well, I should have known Charlie was going to have something to say because I know his association with McLean High School runs deep. So it's hilarious.
He's the band director out there, so he's got a lot of followers and friends and everything. And
I bet you Charlie told him to find the guy with the Michigan hat on too.
Well, yeah, you stick out like a sore thumb for sure. There's no question about that. You might as well have a big target painted on you.
Yeah.
So anyway, if Charlie is listening tonight, wherever you are, Charlie, good shot. Good shot.
Timmy Wiederhold is on the mic right now.
Put the camera on the flag, yeah. I love you.
So I guess I've got a new nickname, Rock Phillips.
I put Rick on the paper. He must have read it wrong.
Well,
Our first matchup this evening on our main mat for high school will be Greenfield McLean taking on the Falcons of Clinton-Massie. Now, here's how scoring works in high school wrestling. First, you wrestle 3 2-minute periods. If there is a forfeit in a weight class or a pinfall in a match, that is 6 points for your team. Now, hi, Kev. Now, if you win by technical fall, which is winning by 15 points or more, you earn 5 points for your team. If you win by a major decision, which is 8 points or more, you'll get 4 points. Just a regular decision is 3 points. Now, those are your scoring for the teams. Now, in a wrestling match situation, a takedown is worth 2 points when somebody gains control of another wrestler from the neutral position. A takedown is 2. If you receive a 2 count when a wrestler's shoulders is 45 degrees, if you receive a 2 count, you get 2 back points. If you receive a 5 count, you'll receive 3 back points. Those points will not be awarded unless you change off to another move. When it comes to being on the bottom position, if you escape from the bottom position, you get 1 point. If you get a reversal from the bottom position and you end up on top, that is a 2-point reversal. If a man is caught locking his hands, that is 1 point for the other wrestler, and it's a free move. So you can still, if you're on the bottom and the top guy gets caught locking his hands, you're going to get a free move. You get a reversal, you're going to get 3 points right then and there. The match will not stop.
All right, pretty good.
What weight
rundown.
class we starting at? It's Rick Phillips, by the way, dork.
But I like the new name Rock. Like Rock Hudson, movie star.
Hey, Coach. What weight are we starting at? 160.
All right.
We'll be starting at weight classes 160. Yeah, I got them. They all have the matchups. They all have the matchups at the table. The girl sitting next to him does. Our 160-pound matchup this evening for McLean High School, Jacob Battingley will be taking on Anthony Tisdander from Clinton-Massie.
And even though I'm doing the color, there'll be very little of it. I'm just going to add my own color here tonight since I don't know that much about wrestling.
Massie, where it will be red, and Greenfield McLean will be green. On the scoreboard, green is home, red is away. Both wrestlers trying to find the advantage here right now. Anthony, nice ankle pick by Anthony, trying to take him to his back. Still no control. They're going to go out of balance, no control. Both men will stay up on their feet. It's a nice ankle pick. He just couldn't get him to finish, and a good scramble by Jacob to get out of that situation. Nice front headlock by Battingley. Trying to sit out. Bad choice right there. There's 2 points for Battingley. He's getting back points right now. Looking for the fall. He's got double underhooks. More like a special with the head. He's not going to get a fall there. The man's shoulder blades are not down. He's got 3 near fall right now. The ref, you see right there, showing it in his pocket. He will not reward it until the next move. And there's 3 near falls. So it's a start of 5-0 already for Battingley with 1:03 left to go in the first period. Tisdander will be down. It's a nice front headlock to start out the match. See right there, that first move on the bottom is critical. He didn't move at all on the bottom. And, you know, now he's trapped because the top guy's trying to throw boots in. But that's good defense for legs. Tisdander
Trying to keep from getting
put on his back.
right.
And Tisdander's doing a good job defending the legs, but you just saw there Battingley just put in his other leg. 35 seconds left. We also have junior high wrestling on the far mat this evening. We are bringing you the high school wrestling. He's got a half. Nice sit-out switch. And they're going to go out of balance. That should be 1. No, that is going to be 2 reversal. He did have control, kept both feet in balance. If you keep both feet in on the edge of the line, you will get a reversal.
So it is 5-2 now.
It's now 5-2. Bagley in the lead. 15.3 seconds to go here in the first period. Bagley with a switch. Both men trying to fight for position here. Tisdander still has control on top. And there's 1 for the bottom man. The choices now that you get at the end of a period is top, bottom, neutral, or defer in the second period. The third period will be given to the next wrestler who did not choose.
So it's now 6-2.
It's now 6-2 as Battingley did get out. Tisdander chose down to begin the second period, down by 4 points. Needing to move off the bottom here.
So he wants to try to escape or even maybe reverse.
Yeah, nice. You see right there, he's got a nice sit-out switch. Now he's strictly on his behind there, and he needs to get off that behind because the top wrestler has an advantage. He doesn't have your hips.
Right.
Hips is everything in wrestling. He's out right now. Randomly putting his head in the hole with a front headlock. Now he just puts him back over in a special. He's getting back points right here. And now he can lock his hands there because he does have a head and arm. You can lock your hands with a head and arm.
All right.
He's getting back points. He's got 3 more back points, so right now it is 9-2 without the awarded back points. He's working for the fall here. It's the scapulas, your shoulder blades, both have to be down flat on the mat for it to be a pin. Still working there. He's still got 57 seconds. He can sit here the rest of the period if he really wanted to.
They don't.
There's the fall.
So that was a pin.
Yep. Jacob Baddeley winning our first match by pinfall, giving McLean the early 6-0 lead in our dual meet. So coming up next for McLean, we have 170-pound matchup between Michael Aish and Tristan Hill from Clinton-Massie. So already we saw a pinfall in our first matchup. Also 6 points for Greenfield McLean.
So this is 170-pound.
170-pounders, Tristan Hill, Michael Aish. Both men trying to fight position here. The heavier we go, the less offense, shots, takedowns, double legs we're going to see. We're going to see a lot more hand fighting, a lot more working the snap downs in the front headlocks than what we would in a lighter weight match. The lighter weights, they're going to go out there. They're going to try to go, as fast as they can. They're trying to get shots off. See right there, that was almost a good shot by Hill. Good job getting out of there. Michael had a shot at a reshot right there. But again, it's a lot slower the heavier you get.
Right, yeah.
Nice shot, single leg. He's now extended. He needs to get out of that position as Michael's now got a front headlock, putting his head in the hole, trying to get behind and get control. And there's a 2 takedown for Michael Ash.
Again, you're listening to High School Wrestling on CampusNation.com.
And looky there, Tristan Hill went head hunting, gets the reversal. It's got a half Nelson in, working for the fall. He just got 3 near fall. He's looking to tie this thing up in the duel. Still working to get that shoulder down. He needs to lift the guy's head up. He's in good position here. With 30 seconds left, he can sit here the rest of the period, work for the fall. I think he's pinned right about there. Now he's going to step over and grapevine the legs. There's the pin, but a good job getting his other shoulder off the mat. He's totally flat now, but it doesn't look like he's going to get the fall. He's got 10 seconds to get it. See right there, he's lifting, he's keeping his hips down, he's lifting his head up.
Right.
He's doing a very good job. He's in great position. He's going to get 3 back points off that move. It's going to be 5-2. Tristan Hill going into the second period. It'll be McClain's choice. They're going to defer, and Hill will go back down. So he gave up an early takedown. Good job getting a reversal right there. And now he had just let him up. So he's going to go neutral to begin the period. 1 point will go to Hill. It's now 6-2 to begin our second period. They're working on their feet. Hill trying to go for a 2-on-1. Looking for a slide by. Both men working for position. The McClain wrestler needs to get his hips back down. Michael needs to get his hips down because he's wide open for a shot right now. Wide open for a double leg. And see, right there, nice shot. And they're going to go out of bounds. If he would have done that about 30 seconds earlier, he would have been able to get the takedown on the edge of the mat. We're still neutral with 1:32 left to go here in the second period. Right there, nice head inside single. He's got to finish that, trying to chase that ankle. It's a good job keeping moving, and there's 2 points with the head inside chase the ankle by Tristan Hill. Now 8-2. And we got blood time on the mat right now.
So now explain that. How much time do they have in order to be able to correct bleeding when it occurs?
Okay, for blood time, I think it is 3 minutes that they get. Once the bleeding is stopped, the blood time will stop. Even though there's cleanup, they allow to clean it up. So once you get the bleeding stopped, see right there, he just went like this. He cut the blood time, which means that was probably about 10 seconds to get that bleeding stopped. Shove one of the plugs up your nose, and you're ready to go. And now he's checking the other wrestler to make sure he doesn't have any blood from the other guy on him or he's not bleeding himself.
Right, okay. And so then they clean the mats.
Yep, they got to clean off the blood on the mat.
That is one thing that is frequent with wrestling. Blood is just a part of the sport.
And it's mostly nosebleeds. Right. I mean, I've gotten nosebleeds. Very rarely did I get a nosebleed.
Well, maybe if
it was more. It was more often that I gave other people nosebleeds, and when I was getting ready to be done with my career, I was the one getting the nosebleeds. So I guess karma finally caught up with me.
High school wrestling from Wilmington's Middle Gym here on the campus of Wilmington High School. Tabby, Rick Phillips, and A.J. Ganger bringing you all the action tonight. Tri-meet between Greenfield, McLean, Clinton-Massie, and Wilmington High School.
I'm representing Kent State right now. I got my Kent State shirt on. Santa Claus brought me for Christmas.
There you go. Well, with your brother going there next year, I'm sure you're going to be seeing a lot of college wrestling.
Yes. Going to be driving up to Cleveland a lot. Maybe we could go up there and maybe get on in some of the action.
Sure. I'll wrestle him.
Well, after blood time, and we clean up the mats. Nice half Nelson here. He's trying to run that down. Tristan Hill trying to look for the wrist. Good job switching off. Now he's riding the top guy's hip. Yes, he's moving. The bottom guy is not doing anything, but technically the top guy is the one stalling right now. You get a warning for stalling, and then the next time you get hit, it's 1 point for the other guy. And then if you get hit a third time, it's 1 point. And the fourth time, it's 2. And I think if you get hit 5 times for stalling in a match, you end up being disqualified. Still working here, 40 seconds, trying to break his man down. There he goes, he gets him broke down. And you see his nose plug just fell out. And they're going to run the blood time again.
Kind of hard breathing, I would imagine.
Oh, with those things in, those are the worst things. They're just foam.
Right.
A bunch of foam. I mean, you want me to be honest with you, we used to shove tampons up guys' nose so they would soak up the blood a lot better. If they had a really, really bad nosebleed, stick it right up there.
Well, that's an interesting factoid.
Yeah, I mean, it is, but like I said, it's a man's sport, Rick. You could never do that.
No. Now, last year, we actually had a young lady that was wrestling for one of the teams. She was quite good. I forget whether it was in the regionals or whether they came into East Clinton, but she was a pretty impressive little wrestler. So it's not a man's sport.
No, and I mean, everyone views it as a man's sport. It's like football. Everyone views football as a man's sport, but you get those girls in there who have legs.
We had the kicker.
Yeah.
Was that on the college team that we had the kicker come in at Wilmington College, or was that high school?
I don't remember, but that was during a high school game we had a girl kicker. And I think there was one in college too, but I remember watching New Mexico, I think it was New Mexico State a few years ago, and she was kicking 45 and up field goals and making them.
All right.
Oh, trying to Granby.
Wow.
Yeah, he was trying to do a Granby roll there. Didn't clear his legs from the top man's legs. You know, he's moving. He's trying to get out. He's got 23 seconds to at least try to get 1 point. He does have the choice in the next period. Now, when they do a coin flip at the beginning of the meet, we didn't explain this. When they send the captains out in the middle of the mat, and they flip the disc. If it lands on green, the home team, which is McLean, will get their choice of odd or evens, which means they choose which matches they want the first choice in the second period.
All right.
And this happens to be McLean's match, so the next match will be Clinton-Massie's pick, pending a forfeit. To begin our third period, Michael A. chooses neutral. It's 8-2. He's just 2 points away from securing a major decision right now. Is Tristan Hill. Trying to work for that double leg. See, both men are almost straight leg. They both need to get their hips down. They go out of bounds. They both need to get their hips down. They both need to be able to change that level. Nice. So trying to go for a slide by. Did the right thing with that slide by. Checked his wristwatch and tried to hit it up with his arm. Trying to go for a single leg. Good job getting right back out. Minute 20 left. 8-2. Tristan Hill from Clinton-Massie is in the lead against Michael A. of McLean. Nice slide by there. Gets the takedown. And right there, it's now 10-2. He does have a major decision at the moment if the match were to end right now.
Now that adds team points. Is that
yes,
correct?
Major decision is 4 team points. McLean already is up 6-0 in the duel because it was a fall.
Right.
Running that wrist down. He's got double wrist. It's a good turn. Pull those wrists in tight. Just run around his head. You cannot figure four a guy's head anymore. When I was wrestling, you could figure four their head.
Which was?
Where you cup their head and you lock at the bend of your knee. See right there, he's going to sit out. He's got the double wrist. He's trying to get more back points. There, he's going to start getting back points right now. And this might be a fall. He might have the fall. You don't see very many double wrist turns anymore in wrestling. Now he's going to sit out. Man, that is very painful for the bottom man. He's got 20 seconds to sit there. He's got to get his hips back over. There's 3 more, so it's 13-2. If he were to somehow get 4 more points in 5 seconds, he could have a technical fall, but he's only going to get the major decision. And your winner of your 170-pound matchup is Tristan Hill with a 13-2 victory, and he earns 4 points for Clinton-Massie.
That was an impressive match there. Now, you see some young people coming on the floor with, it looks like a baton that they have in their hand. What do they do with this?
They are the towel boys. They run out and tap the referees on the back.
Although this was a young lady.
Okay. Towel girls, towel boys.
Towel people?
They're the timekeepers. They look at the clock. They make sure, all right, 10 seconds left in the period. I'm going to go out, and I'm going to count down for the official.
So the referees do not have to worry about the clock?
No, the referees do not have to worry about the clock. Our next matchup is 182-pound weight class. Ethan Paul from McLean taking on Cody Collingham of Clinton-Massie. These are some big boys now. We're getting into the heavier weight class. Because we start at 160, we'll end at 152, which is a forfeit. There's only 3 forfeits. There's a double forfeit.
Because Massie doesn't have someone?
Massie, both teams.
Ooh, they're off the
man.
mat.
That was a nice little move there by Collingham trying to throw him. But yes, if either team doesn't have a wrestler at a weight class, it's a double forfeit.
Right.
If one team doesn't have one, it's a forfeit and 6 points for the other team. So they could decide it. Nice double leg. Now they're both working in the over-under position. This is dangerous for either wrestler because somebody might get thrown. Nice. See, right there. There's a lateral drop thrown by Collingham. Now he's looking for the fall. He's got 2 and back points. That was a great throw. Trying to get 6 points from Clinton-Massie and the chance to take the lead. And there's the pinfall by Cody Collingham. 6 points for Clinton-Massie. Through the first 3 weight classes, it's a 10-4 Clinton-Massie lead.
And so what we actually have, even though this is a tri-meet, is dual meets.
Yes.
2 teams playing each other, and then the overall winner wins the tri-meet. Is that the way it works?
They don't really. I don't think they really do, unless it's a dual meet tournament.
Massie, and it will wrestle McClain.
Yes.
As well.
There'll be 3 duels tonight.
Right.
McLean versus Massie, Wilmington versus Massie, Wilmington versus McLean. Those are your 3 dual meets in this tri-meet.
Right. Okay.
Our 195-pound weight class matchup features Gabe Smith from McLean and Sam Brothers from Clinton-Massie. The next weight class, which is 220 pounds, will be a forfeit. We have a forfeit at heavyweight benefiting McLean. Jarrett Miles will be receiving the forfeit for McLean there. Then we'll go back to the little guys, trying to go for a single leg. Nice front headlock thrown in by Smith. Now he's trying to go for that inside leg trip to try to put the man on his back. Still working that front headlock, both men in the standing position. 1:15 to go in our first period. Now, you could get choked out from right there and not know it, because they could have that so tight underneath that you could get choked out from that situation. And the referee did the right thing. He called stalemate. Both wrestlers were not forcing the action and improving their position, so they were going to call a stalemate.
All right.
Try to go for a single leg there, and he's going to get thrown over to his back with a special. And now Gable Smith has got him on his back looking for the fall. Almost there. He's got it. There's a fall for Gable Smith, winning your 195-pound weight class with a pinfall to give McClain a 12-10 lead over Clinton-Massie, and they're going to go up by 18 to 10.
This young man from McLean that's coming on next.
This is their heavyweight, Jarrett Miles.
He's a big, big guy.
He's receiving a forfeit from McClain. That is going to give McClain 6 more points and extend their lead to 18 to 10. So coming up next will be our 106-pound weight class, featuring Courtney Walker from McLean High School and Matthew Asher from Clinton-Massie High School.
And the winner of the heavyweight.
And 220 pounds was a double forfeit.
So each team forfeited.
Yes. So we'll move on to 106.
So now we're back to the least of the weights. Is that right?
Yes, we're at 106 pounds. Courtney Walker from McLean will be taking on Matthew Asher from Clinton-Massie. I guess not.
So it's a forfeit. So McLean forfeits at that weight class. It's hard to figure out all this action here. We got people running everywhere.
Now we're at 113 pounds. Keegan Rollins from McLean, Justin Gibbs from Clinton-Massie.
All arms and legs here. 2 beanstalks.
Oh, nice slide by. Nice there. He was going for a head and arm. And Gibbs just ducked right underneath with a duck under, got 2 points. Going to put the legs in now. He's going to put both legs in. He's got to get his hips stretched out. Our score is 18 to 16. McLean in the lead with a team, as a team. He's got both legs in. Oh, he's going to look for a split. He's trying to look for a banana split, but he can't get it. He's going to throw his other leg back in.
A banana split.
A banana split. That's what I call it.
You're going to start making me hungry here. When does the food come in?
There's also a move called a chicken wing. A lot of people call it bars. He's got the spiral ride to a half now, trying to break his man down. He throws a half back in, still spiraling down with the other hand. Puts his leg back in. Good movement here. 54 seconds left in the first period.
Oh.
Still looking for back points. Still got both legs in on top. Just Gibbs.
So he's sort of riding him, trying to flip him over.
Right. Stalemate. Nobody was improving their position. 33 seconds to go in the first period. Gibbs with a 2-0 lead over Rollins.
Tabby's doing a good job on this video here. She got it down.
Gibbs still working on top. See that man, that top man does not want to reach back like that. That could be potential trouble, as the top man could just grab his arm, throw in a bar, run over, put him on his back. Now he's got a bar right here. I call this a chicken wing wrist. He's going to get some back points now and potentially get the fall with 10 seconds left. He's got 3 back points earned, says the official.
Officials down right there looking. Oh,
And he's going to get 3 back points, and that's going to be the end of our first period with the score. Gibbs 5, Rollins nothing.
and Gibbs is the Clinton-Massie wrestler.
Yes. Again, our team score at the moment, Clinton-Massie 16, McLean 18. We're going to start in the neutral position to begin our second period. Both wrestlers and collar and elbow tie up, fighting for inside position. Oh, nice fireman's carry by Gibbs. Still no control by either wrestler. And Gibbs should have 2 right about now. There's 2.
There's your 2.
And it was a good job by Rollins, the McLean wrestler, to base out so he didn't give up back points, because he could have more than likely give up back points since he was headhunting there. Top wrestler got high. He's going to get 1 escape. It's now 7-1. Gibbs in the lead. It's a good job. You get high like that. It's better to give up one point than 2 when you're on top. Got a wizard. Oh, nice job stepping over, using Rollins' momentum to his disadvantage. There's 2 takedown and 2 near fall to make it 11-1. Justin Gibbs from Massey in the lead. Now he's got a half. Nelson running it over. Looking for the fall, but he's just 5 points away from picking up a technical fall. He's got 3 more back points, working for the fall with 20 seconds left in the second period.
So now technical falls, what, up by 15 points?
Or more.
All right.
Working for it, 10 seconds. Trying to give it that fall. I don't think he's going to get it in time.
4 seconds.
And that's going to be the end of our second period. 3 more back points rewarded to Justin Gibbs. It's now 14-1 going into our third period. It's
so now,
going to be...
When you get a technical fall, do they stop the action?
Yes.
Okay, so once you're 15 points ahead, the action is stopped.
Yes.
It's considered basically a fall, but it's by...
Now, if Gibbs were to get a reversal and put him on his back before the referee blew it, there's a caution. He moved before the official's whistle. But if he is to put the man on his back when he has a 15-point situation, he can go for the fall.
Which would mean more team points.
Which would be more team points, yes. Now, Rollins is trying to work a move. Came out in front. You never really want to do that as a top man unless you're desperate like he is, down by 13. All Gibbs has got to do is throw that half in, and he can put him on his back. See, now he's got the tech fall. Now he's going to go for the fall. That's more team points. There's the fall. A pin for Justin Gibbs of Clinton-Massie, giving Massey the lead again, 22-18.
So this lead is going back and forth.
Yes, it is. Coming up at 120 pounds, Jamin Barnhart against Bryson Mills. Barnhart of McLean, Mills of Clinton-Massie.
So in essence, each wrestler in each weight class will wrestle twice tonight.
Yes,
correct?
yes, sir.
All right, so that takes a lot of conditioning in itself, just
Yeah,
to
it
be able
does.
to wrestle on 2 separate occasions in a meet.
And you got to think of it this way too. You know, if you have 2 forfeits, you could just not wrestle all night long either. So, and I think that might be our case for a lot of our heavyweights. Jarrett Mills won't have a single match tonight, the heavyweight from McLean. Nice single leg, high crotch. Switches to a double and gets 2 points. Does Bryson Mills of Clinton-Massie. He's got a quick 2-0 lead. Got him right on his back with a half Nelson. And a quick pin.
A quick pin.
Nice pin picked up by Bryson Mills. 6 more points for Clinton-Massie, making it a 28-18 lead. 10-point lead. Coming up, 126 pounds, Tommy Johnson from McLean. Christian Painter of Clinton-Massie. Forfeit. So they will forfeit this weight class. Massie with 6 more points.
I'd like to remind you, you're listening to The Sports Animal, campusnation.com.
100.
AJ Ganger and Rick Phillips here.
132 pounds is now up. Caleb Smith versus Zach Dillow. Smith from McLean, Dillow from Clinton-Massie. 2 minutes on our clock. 132-pound weight class is underway. This is the weight class my brother wrestles in right now.
Uh-huh. Yeah, your brother's a pretty skinny dude.
Yeah, he's also very built. Got a front headlock to Smith. Dillow trying to work for a single leg, trying to get out any way he can. 1:35 to go in the first period.
Got a nice little crowd here tonight.
Yeah, wrestling.
Obviously, with 3 schools involved, you're getting a little bigger crowd than you would probably with a dual meet.
Wrestling is still a very popular sport. It's coming back, I'm telling you. Still in that front headlock. And there's 2 right there for Dillow. Good job keeping his strength up.
Did you see anything as far as whether Cardell is opting to go to the NFL or not? He was supposed to announce within that past hour.
I think the battle's already begun for next year for the next quarterback.
Yeah, I'll have to see if I can find it here on the internet and let everybody know.
Dillow working the top position, trying to suck his man back. Cannot do it. 35 seconds to go in our first period here. 2-0. Zach Dillow in the lead. Trying to get a cheap tilt, maybe some cheap back points.
Well, here's the announcement. Cardell will return to Ohio State.
There you go.
As I thought. I called it, didn't I?
Dillow's going to get hit for stalling. He was riding the top man's hips.
So I guess Dave didn't know his stuff last night when he and
that.
Charlie Hargrave said, "Oh yeah, he's going to go." I said, "I don't think so. I think that we got a great recruiter there at Ohio State."
After the stall call, we got 15 seconds left in our first period. Dillow still working, spiral ride. He's off his hip right now. He's almost in trouble. Good job getting his hip back underneath him. 3 seconds to go. That's going to be the end of our first period. Zach Dillow in the lead, 2-0 over Caleb Smith from McLean. It'll be McLean's choice. The wrestler will defer, and Dillow will go down. Start the second period. Dillow trying to attempt to stand up, was brought right back down by Smith. Good movement. Dillow, nice sit-out switch for 2. Good movement. Good job getting off the bottom in just less than 20 seconds. Now he's got double boots in. Going to turn him. Smith with a sit out. Oh, he's almost got a cheap tilt. No back points yet. Got a cross wrist now. Does Dillow. Dillow throwing in both boots again. And then we're going to go with the stalemate.
And I guess Mariota has declared
he's Mariota's going. I knew that was going to
happen. Looks like Alabama's losing 3 of their players to the NFL. Michigan's losing 1. Ohio State looks like they're losing.
Who's going from Michigan?
Losing a defensive. Let's see. I'll get back up here to the top.
Devin Gardner. Dillow, he's got a chance for a half. He's got to run it. He's going to get some. Oh.
Noah Spence of Ohio State and
there was an illegal hold.
What is that?
Devin Funchess is going to go. Wow.
Right.
There was an illegal hold by the bottom man. I believe that might have been hands, maybe grabbing the headgear of the other wrestler, maybe putting his hands in the face. I wasn't able to catch it. But that's 1 point for the Clinton-Massie wrestler, Zach Dillos. So now it's 5-0 with a minute left to go in the second period. See, reaching back like that is a bad idea when you're on the bottom. The top man, all he has to do is step over and throw in a half. But he's going to get caught.
Oh, looks like he's
when you don't do that, you're going to get caught. There's a reversal for Smith, and Smith has now got him on the back.
2 points.
And there's going to be another 1 point for the Red. No back points because it was an illegal hold. So he didn't have the head and arm properly locked, so that's going to cost him another point. He's still going to be on top and still going to get the 2 reversal. It's now 6-2, Dillo in the lead. My brother said Devin Funchess isn't going to the NFL.
Yeah, but it just says right here.
Yeah, but where are you getting your information from?
I'm getting it right from the. I'm getting.
Is Dave texting you and showing you all this stuff?
No, Dave is not.
So Smith will be on top now.
This is NCAA news.
Okay. I'll check it out in a little bit. Smith riding Dillo here. 35 to go in the second period. 6-2. Dillo from Clinton-Massie is in the lead. Massie leading this duel as well. Uh-oh. Smith, he's got a nice half Nelson going with a cross wrist. He's getting back points here. He might have a chance for a fall. Caleb Smith has got 15 seconds to try to get the fall, and there's the fall. So Caleb Smith from McLean High School will be getting the fall at 132 pounds over Zach Dillo. Coming up at 138 pounds, Jonathan Stroud from Greenfield McLean against Alex Tisdander from Clinton-Massie High School.
So now what is the team scores?
$24 for McLean, 10, 22, 30. 34-24. Clinton-Massie is in the lead going into 138 pounds. Jonathan Stroud from McLean, Alex Tisdander from Clinton-Massie.
So that's where Charlie is. His daughter's at a swim meet.
Nice head inside single, straight to his back by Tisdander. He's got 2 back points. Looking for a bar right here. He's got to keep it legal. There's 2 near fall for Tisdander. It's already 4-0. Gonna run over his head. He's getting more back points. Didn't get the 2 count. Good job switching off to a half. Keep that arm legal. He's getting more back points. He's got 3 more back points earned. Looking for the fall. It's in great position here for a fall. And there's the fall at 138. Alex Tisdander with the 6 points for Clinton-Massie, giving Massie a 40-28 lead. Or 40-24. Coming up, 145 pounds, our last matchup of our dual meet. Dylan Faulkner against Ross Lennon. Faulkner from McLean and Lennon from Clinton-Massie. Our 52-pound weight class will be Davy Tunin taking a 6-point forfeit. Front headlock. Both wrestlers go out of bounds. Both wrestlers starting out pretty fast here. Working it back to the center. No, man, nice single leg. Head inside single. Nothing, though. They both go out of bounds. Faulkner had a nice single leg right there. Just couldn't finish. Front headlock. Almost got sucker dragged out. It's another front headlock. It's going to be blocked with a sprawl.
There he goes.
And there's 2 points for Lennon. Going to go out of bounds. It's 2-0. Ross Lennon from Clinton-Massie in the lead. From a point standpoint, Massey will win this duel. McLean cannot catch up. McLean with 24 points at the moment. Massey with 40. You count the forfeit in the next match, that's 46, and whatever this match is.
Right.
He's got a chicken wing here. And walk over his head. Nice job settling. At the bar and the wrist, getting back points. 50 seconds left in the first period. And he's going to get the fall. Your 145-pound winner, Ross Lennon from Clinton-Massie, giving Clinton-Massie 6 more points. And Davey Tunin is going to take the forfeit at 152.
Winner 145-pound weight class, Ross Lennon from Clinton-Massie, taking the forfeit at 152-pound weight class, Davey Tunin.
I imagine we're going to have a short break between the matches here.
Our final dual meet score for Clinton-Massie versus McLean. Clinton-Massie wins this one by the final score of 52-24. We started at 160 pounds with Jacob Badley getting 6 points for McLean. We go to our 175 pounds. Michael A. from McLean falling to Tristan Hill from Clinton-Massie 13-2 by major decision. Our next match was 182 pounds. Cody Collingham pinning Ethan Paul. At 195 pounds, Gabe Smith from McLean pinning Sam Brothers from Clinton-Massie. 220 pounds was a double forfeit. Jarrett Mills takes the forfeit at heavyweight. 106 pounds was a forfeit. Matthew Asher with 6, getting the forfeit there. 113 pounds, Justin Gibbs getting the fall over Keegan Rawlings, giving Massey 6 more points. Jamie Barnhart falling to Bryson Mills of Clinton-Massie, giving Massey 6 points. Christian Pointer gets a forfeit at 126 pounds, giving Massey 6 more points. 132 pounds, Caleb Smith pinning Zach Dillow from Clinton-Massie. Caleb Smith with the win. 138 pounds was Anthony Tisdander pinning Jonathan Stroud. And Ross Lennon, our final match, pinning Dylan Faulkner. And Davey Tunin taking the forfeit. That's your final round out for our first dual meet. Rick, what'd you think?
Well, I thought that we obviously saw a lot of action, and it was back and forth there for a while. You know, it's a shame, though, that you've got these forfeits. The forfeits, obviously, you know, you have no control over not being able to place guys in certain weight classes, and that won't happen.
Braxton Miller's taking a visit to Michigan this weekend.
Probably up there spying for Ohio State.
Yeah, probably. We're going to have a little bit of a break in our action here before we get ready for our next dual meet. I know Wilmington High School will be in that one. I'm not sure whether they're taking on McLean or Massey quite yet. Again, our final score in our first duel was Clinton-Massie 52, McLean 24. I think we're going to take just a short little break here, and we'll come back on. We'll have the camera running and everything. We'll still be live. Just let you hear some of the background noise here from.
Yeah, we'll keep the cameras live, but we'll all take a break. Maybe we'll go out and have a steak dinner or something like that, and then we'll be back.
reminder that tonight's events are being broadcasted on CampusNation.com and are being filmed and will be put up online later tonight. Each year, Wilmington Wrestling has honored someone from our wrestling family that has had their own match with cancer. Some have defeated cancer, some are still battling, and unfortunately, some of our family members have lost their battle. This year, we would like to honor Steve Murphy. Steve was diagnosed with bladder cancer 4 years ago. In the summer of 2012, he underwent surgery to remove his bladder and has been cancer-free since. Steve and his wife Patty are supporters of Wilmington Wrestling Program and Wilmington City School District. They, along with their 4 children, are graduates of Wilmington High School. Steve graduated in 1969, having wrestled and played football, and Patty has graduated in 1975. Their triplets, Marcy, Melanie, and Dave, graduated from Wilmington High School in 2002, and their youngest son, Willard, graduated in 2008. Steve and his family are very active in the district and the community. He has served on the school board for the past 14 years and currently farms with his 2 sons. His daughter Marcy is a teacher in the school district at Denver Elementary, and his daughter Melanie is a nurse practitioner at Maine Medical. They have 2 of their 5 grandchildren who attend Greenfield Elementary. And Steve and Patty were extremely involved parents while their sons Nick and Willie wrestled for Wilmington's wrestling program, both in middle school and in high school. Nick also coached the middle school wrestling team for 9 years, from 2003 to 2012. His family has rightfully claimed their spot in Wilmington High School wrestling family, and we thank them for their support over the years. So here we're presenting them with a plaque for their support, their battle with cancer. This man defeated cancer, and if we could have all the survivors in the room please stand. Wilmington High School wrestlers are going to be walking around giving you a flower to honor you and your personal battle with cancer.
Once again, we are live on the CampusNation.com network. Rick Phillips with AJ Ganger, and we've got Tabby on our video here. Right now, we've got sort of a pause between the first of 2 matches, first of actually 3 matches. They're honoring cancer survivors right now during this intermission. Now, do we know who is coming up in this next duel? Who are the duels and who are the teams in the duel coming up next? Do we know?
Next up, we'll have Wilmington wrestling Greenfield McLean.
All right, so it'll be Wilmington against Greenfield McLean next. So now, when McLean gets done, do they get to go home? I said, when McLean gets done, do they get to go home? Or do they have to stay here to the end of the match? Don't they give out, like, medals, trophies, big sums of money? Huge trophies.
All right, I have to do this because he's complaining.
Who is complaining?
My brother is loading this back up.
He's what? He's blowing up your phone?
Yeah, he's loading our stream back up. He was watching.
Oh, all right.
He wants me to give him a shout out.
Oh, well, I mean, heck, we did half an hour on him earlier.
I know.
Didn't he hear that?
Probably not.
Yeah, okay.
He's a little,
Well, just remember, you need to send the check to Rick Phillips, care of CampusNation.com. That's a donation of $50. It's fully tax deductible as long as you don't tell the IRS.
All right, we'll give him. We'll do it in like 5 minutes.
So what, he had to restart his
Yeah,
phone or his
probably
computer? Or?
his phone's not the greatest phone in the world.
All right, so we got Greenfield McLean against Wilmington in this match, or in this event here, and we want to send a shout out to Rachel Hargrave and her husband Charlie.
Yeah, Charlie finds a way to find me no matter if he's here or not.
One of his minions from Greenfield McLean, one of the wrestlers, I think sought you out and asked if you were AJ, and you made the mistake of admitting that you were.
Hey, maybe he wanted an autograph or something. I don't know.
Yeah, because you're so famous. So anyway, so he cites you. He comes in and he says, "Are you AJ?" And you said, "Of course, yes, I'm AJ." And he said he was asking about what was this about, a duck meal, some duck roast duck?
No, he was telling me, Charlie wanted to tell me that he was having some duck for dinner tonight.
Yeah, well, we've been having duck now for over a week.
You know what? Duck doesn't sound too bad right now. I would rather have anything else but chicken. That's all I've eaten for a while. I need to eat something else, and I don't have anything else to eat. Broke college kid here.
Duck's a little too greasy for me. I'll eat the chicken. Give me some nuggets, some processed food.
Yeah, processed food. Who was that gave me the shout out?
I mean, if I'm not dead at 35, I'm not going to be dead for a long time, right?
Yeah.
In junior high contest, we only have 5 matches this evening.
Junior high, McClain versus Wilmington will be squaring off on the far mat as we are getting ready for our Wilmington versus McLean matchup.
Now, is it JV or junior high?
Junior high.
So it's junior high.
Yes.
Is that you vibrating? It must be your brother. So now you can take back what you said about you being the better wrestler of the two of you, right?
Yeah. No.
Your brother lived in obscurity in your shadow throughout his career, right?
Right. We have the captains going to the middle of the mat right now.
So now, is he just as demented when it comes to favoring that team from up north that we will not mention?
Michigan? He likes Michigan too.
Okay. So the whole family's,
Hey,
whole family's bad, right?
I ticked off Amir the other night because he kept saying TTUN. I'm like, what does that even mean? That team up north. I was like, that team up north has a name. It's Michigan.
Yeah.
Get it right, buddy.
Right. Okay. Well, I will remind you about football in Clinton-Massie.
Yes, that was high school.
It is what it is. All right, we're going to be getting ready to start the second event, which will be McLean and Wilmington. This will be the first time tonight that Wilmington wrestles.
They're kind of mismatched, They got a couple matchups and some, like 4 forfeits. A couple matchups and like 4 forfeits. Like in the middle is all the forfeits.
Are the forfeits individual forfeits for one team?
I think so.
Typically, the bigger schools have the widest range of wrestlers simply because they've got the sheer numbers over the smaller schools.
Right.
But sometimes schools have more emphasis in particular programs as far as athletics. And, a wrestling school, even though it might be a smaller school, might have a full lineup of a full array of weight classes.
So we're going to start at 170 pounds with Chris McAvoy from Wilmington against Tristan Hill from McLean. Chris McAvoy, we saw him play football this season for Wilmington High School.
That's right. We're the sports animal. We do all the sports.
Yes, we do. On CampusNation.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, for high school matches, we are starting off at 170-pound weight class.
McAvoy with a head inside single. Nice dump. Getting a quick 2 points on Tristan Hill.
Chris McAvoy.
McAvoy got both wrists. Gets him turned. Gets him back points. Looking for a fall here. He's got it, I think. Nope, he's got 3 back points, though. He could sit here the rest of the minute 15 left in the period. Got to be careful there. He cannot figure 4 his head. He just sat through right there. If he just sits, he could get it. Just sit. If you kick that leg out, he can maybe get a fall here. There you go. He's tightening it up.
So he continues to work to try to get the fall.
Yeah, he's still working here. 35 seconds. There's the
There it
pinfall.
is.
Chris McAvoy, your winner at 170 pounds with a 6-point pinfall to give Wilmington the early 6-0 lead. Still to come, ladies and gentlemen, is our final duel of the evening featuring Clinton-Massie taking on Wilmington. Our next matchup, 182 pounds. Dakota Gerald from Wilmington against Cody Collingham from McLean.
Up next at 170-pound weight, 182-pound weight class, Dakota Jarrell of Wilmington against Ethan Hall of McClain.
Jarrell looking here. They're both fighting, hand fighting. This is your 182-pound weight class matchup. Big one is coming up next. Mark Huff and Sam Brother going head-to-head.
We've heard of Mark Huff, haven't we?
Yeah, we've said his name multiple times. I've came in the practice room and wrestled around with Mark a little bit. He's one tough wrestler, I'll tell you that. He's got that 2-on-1 there. If he throws it down real quick, he can get behind him. There you go. He gets him on his base. Still working, and Jarrell's going to come up with 2 for Wilmington. 2-0 early lead. Yeah, Mark Huff, he's a very tough football player. He's a very tough wrestler. I mean, he gave me a couple black eyes. Remember that?
Well, I thought that was your girlfriend.
No, that was Mark.
Oh.
I don't got a girlfriend.
Oh, are you trolling?
Tabby's my girlfriend.
That's right. And you better be careful because she might point the camera at you, and then
Hey, that's fine.
you're in trouble.
Go ahead. He's got a claw right in. He's still looking for back points. Bottom guy is stalling right now. Top man is working. The bottom guy's not working to base.
You mean he's just laying there?
There's a butcher. He's going for a cross-face butcher to try to put his man on his back. Almost getting some back points here. 15 seconds. Now he's getting back points. That's very tight. That hurts a lot, that cross-face butcher. 7 seconds left in the period.
Got to get his leg over.
3 seconds left in the period. Looking for a fall. And that's going to be it. 3 back points, though, for Dakota Jarrell, making it a 5-2 period. And Wilmington with a 6-0 lead in the team score. Jarrell's going to defer to Hall. Hall is going to take top. You don't see many wrestlers taking top unless they're down big, and he's down by 5.
So they're trying to get points.
Yes.
To get a breakaway and a reversal, whatever, so they can put some points on the board.
Yes, sir. There was no caution there. The official was checking to make sure everything looked good. There we go. Oh, nice switch. Trying for the switch.
Oh,
Gets
wow.
the sit-out switch. 2 more points for Jarrell. 7-0. Seen a lot of wrestlers not standing up tonight. I see a lot of wrestlers sitting out and switching.
You think there's a reason for that? Just the way they're being coached?
I mean, a lot of times you want to get that 1 point. Your first move wants to be a stand-up, but if you're good, at sitting out and switching guys, then that should be your go-to move as soon as your first move on bottom. Like I said, your first move on bottom is critical in deciding whether you're going to get 2 or whether you're going to get 1. Got a cross ride with the legs. He's going to try to throw in his second leg. Now he's got a power half with both legs in. This is very painful for the bottom man. He's going to sit out there in a crab ride. Brings him back over. Takes his legs out, 53 seconds. Still 7-0 Jarrell in the lead for Wilmington. Wilmington wrestlers wearing orange with the big white W on the side. McLean in purple. Now he's got that butcher again. Getting more back points is Jarrell working for the fall here. And there's the fall. Dakota Jarrell, your winner at 182 pounds, giving Wilmington an early 12-0 lead. Coming up next, 195, Mark Huff against Sam Brother, the big match at 195. In 56 days, history is going to be made for Miami County, as there is only one wrestler born in Miami County that has won more than 2 state championships, and that was Ryan Gamble for Miami East. In 56 days, Jared Ganger, my brother, has the chance of becoming the second Miami County born wrestler to win 3 state titles. And I want to give him a shout out, tell him good luck. Jared, keep focused, and you know what to do.
And he's watching tonight.
He's watching right now, him and my father.
There you go.
So, Jared, keep your head up and,
the whole Michigan family.
The whole Michigan family. There's a single leg by Brothers. Good job by Mark working out of it. Used the cross face there to get out of it. Your basic defenses in wrestling on your feet and any position. It's your head, your hands, and your hips. The 3 H's. Mark got an underhook.
I think I learned that in journalism, too.
Did you?
3 H's? Or no, maybe it was the W's.
The W's. Where, what, when, why, whatever.
Well, you're editor of the paper, so you should know.
Right. Mark with a fake shot. Both men tied up again. Collar elbow tie up. Huff looked like he was trying for an elbow pass, but he didn't have that elbow cupped. If he had that elbow cupped, he could do an elbow pass right now and possibly get a head inside single or head outside single. You're watching high school wrestling on the Sports Animal, CampusNation.com. Huff trying for a shot. They both go out. Stalling on red. Sam Brothers is going to be hit with stalling, so that's his first warning with 48 to go in the first period.
No points awarded on that first stalling, right?
Clock is not running. Justin, clock's not running.
There it goes. Someone was asleep there, I think.
Yeah, Brothers. Stop Huff's shot. No, nice move by Huff. Trying to get the 2 for himself. He's close. There's 2. He has control. And now he's going for that split with the leg. He's got to hook that leg, getting some cheap back points. Just got a 1 count, though. No back points awarded. We have a double forfeit at the weight class 220 pounds. And at heavyweight, Jarrett Miles from McClain will take the forfeit there, giving McClain their first points.
Now, once again, for our people out there that maybe are new to wrestling, the young lady that came in and tapped the umpire on his back, she wasn't assaulting him. This was to let him know the time was expired, right?
Yes, sir. We got like an extra 15 minutes of wrestling in that period as well. The McLean wrestlers, Sam Brothers, will choose down to begin the second period. Mark Huff will be on top. He has a 2-0 lead. Huff right there, straight arm chop. Got a tight waist, puts his boot in. Going to go with the cross ride. Looking to turn him. Now this man is flattened out. Needs to work back up, put his second boot in, maybe work for... There you go. He's trying to work for that power half, sticking that forearm in the back of the man's head, looking for a half Nelson. Now he gets out of that. Nice cross knee, breakdown. Mark's still working. Looking for a claw, looking for anything. Trying to chop his arm in. Nice stand up by Brothers. Nice brought down. Huff with the cross wrist. Now he's working for another power half with that leg in. He's got good hip pressure right now on Brothers. Minute 3 seconds to go here in the second period. Mark still a 2-0 lead. He's doing a good job riding. Now in college, right now, Mark Huff would have over 1 minute of riding time, and if that over that 1 minute would stand at the end of the match, he would get 1 more point. But this is high school, so there's no riding time in high school. Huff, good job. He's got to work up, or he's going to get hit with stalling. Comes up with the leg. Still has the leg. 38 seconds. Mark wants to give up 1 here, not 2, but a nice crossface by Brothers might prevent that. Both wrestlers still working. Still working. No signal for the referee whether there's 1 or 2. There's 2, a reversal by Sam Brothers. Tied up at 2 with 15 seconds to go in the second period. Mark needs to get up and get 1 here with 10 to go. Got an arm bar in. He's got to watch it, keep it straight. And that's the end of the period. At the end of 2 periods, we're all tied up at 2 apiece. And it is the McLean or Mark Huff's choice. Mark's going to go down. Good choice.
Right, so he can try to get a reversal or at least a stand up.
Get up and get 1. The McLean wrestlers are being warned for stalling once already in the first period as well. The next stall call will give Mark 1 point as well. Good stand up by Mark. Got to kick that leg. If he keeps standing up here, he can get another stall call. He's flat now. He's got to work back up to his base. Gets that arm bar in again to his Brothers. All Huff has to do is base up, and he can get right out of this move. His arm is not straight. That was an illegal move. Referee did not catch it. You have to keep your arm straight on the bottom man's back in order for it to stay legal. Good job by Huff, basing up. The top man's just riding his hips. Oh, nice sit-out switch by Mark. He's got to keep switching hard, keep scooting hard, keep scooting. That's a good defense. Mark's got to get his hip up, and he'll have 2, and there's 2.
Reversal.
4-2, Mark Huff in the lead. 1:10 left to go in the third period here. Needs a good ride out, no stall calls.
Now, is there overtime?
There is overtime if a match is tied. The first overtime period is 1 minute. The first takedown will win. If it's still tied after that 1 minute, we go to 2 30-second periods. They'll flip the disc. First choice, you can either choose top or bottom. Oh, Mark leaving his head there. It'll be top or bottom. Both men get a chance. If there's still no score or it's still tied, we go to a ride-out period, which is 30 seconds long. The first person who scored in the match gets the choice. If he chooses bottom, he has to get an escape to win. If he chooses top, he has to ride his man out. "15 seconds left, and Mark's going to get hit with his first stall call, just riding the hips.
So they each have a stall call.
Yep. With 15 seconds left, Mark can give up another stall call and be all right, because they'll only give up 1 point. He wants to be smart, though, and if he only wants to give up 1
point, so he's
one
not
and
going
not
to do
two.
a reversal.
Right.
He's going to let him stand up if he's going to do anything.
But if he is, he's got to be careful because he does have a stall call. Good job dropping down to the leg. He's got to do something here or he's going to get hit again. Good job by Mark. 3 seconds left.
Oh, it's going to be close.
And Mark's going to hold on to win this one 4-2. Mark Huff grabbing 3 points for Wilmington.
Very close match there.
That was a good match. I told you that was probably the biggest matchup we'll have all night long.
Right.
Mark Huff grabbing 3 points for Wilmington, giving Wilmington 15. McLean will have 6 points as Jarrett Miles will come out and take the forfeit at heavyweight. 220, it's a double forfeit, no points awarded there. Now we go to the little guys, 106 pounds.
So McClain picks up 6.
Yes.
And then at the 220, they both forfeit.
Taking a forfeit of 285 pounds for Greenfield McLean. Men's.
Sawyer Garrison will come out and take the forfeit for Wilmington, I believe. I don't think McLean has a 106. On the paper, it said they did.
You're listening to High School Wrestling on CampusNation.com, the sports animal. Rick Phillips with AJ Ganger here, calling all the action. We've got Tabby doing our video. We want to thank her for that. She's doing a good job.
At 113 pounds, Keegan Rollins will take the forfeit. It is now 21-12. Wilmington will be in the lead. And then coming up, our next matchup, Taylor Steele for Wilmington against Barnhart from McLean at 120 pounds. Now you notice after every match, the wrestlers shake hands before the match, they shake hands after the match,
and the coaches.
They shake the coaches' hands after the match as well.
Right. Very cordial.
So it's all about respect.
Right.
Wrestling is a very respectful sport. You need to respect the other wrestler just as much as the coaches. But a lot of coaches will tell you, if you go up to a coach, tell him congratulations after a tournament big win, a lot of coaches will tell you that it wasn't me out there wrestling, it was my team.
Right.
Wrestling's a very individual sport. You go out there and you wrestle for yourself. Oh, nice ankle pick by Steele. 2 points early. And he's looking for the fall here quick, and he's going to get it. 10 seconds. 10-second fall for Taylor Steele, giving Wilmington 6 more points and a 27-12 lead.
That young man from McLean, he was pinned in the first match as well.
Yes. Very young wrestler.
Yeah, he looks young. But you got to wrestle to learn.
Taking a forfeit at 126 for Wilmington, Jacob Boldman. 132 pounds. Coming up. Jacob Baldwin. He bumped up. He just made scratch.
132-pound weight class, Tommy Johnson of Greenfield McLean against Jacob Bowman of Wilmington.
So both these men will bump up to 132. Jacob Baldwin against Tommy Johnson. Nice single leg for the takedown. Jacob's a very good wrestler. Did very well at the holiday tournament.
Now, I don't know. There were some Boldmans. My son played.
Going to go with the optional start.
Yeah, he played knot-hole baseball that I coached with a Boldman, and then I know there was some other younger Boldmans. I just wonder if this is if they're still here in the Wilmington area.
Gets the optional start. He just lets the man back up. It's now 2-1. Boldman. Johnson. Front of hell, man, that's easy. That's way too easy. Then a half. Looking for some back points. Can't get him. It's got a little of a fish on the mat, as we call it in wrestling terms. Of guys, kind of difficult to turn. You can take him down pretty easy, and he's kind of
floppy.
Yeah. You have blood time for
Boldman's bleeding.
Boldman, I believe. It's 4-1, 1:19 to go in the first period. Boldman in the lead.
Being attended to here. It looks like there's some Wilmington College people involved in the tournament tonight.
Yeah, we have our athletic training program. It's one of the best in the state. We got some athletic trainers here from Wilmington. They go just about everywhere in the Cincinnati, Dayton area and do a lot of stuff. A lot of them, they end up with, how do I say it? They end up with jobs working for professional baseball teams and football teams. And there's a caution on Boldman. 132-pound weight class. Still to come after this dual meet, we have one more with Wilmington taking on Clinton-Massie. Looking for a cross wrist tilt. Getting some back points here. He's got 2, working for more. Got a half now in. Good chain wrestling. There you go. Gets him on his back. Lifting that head up. He's going to get 3. It's going to be 7-1. 48 seconds to go in the first period. And Bolman's going to cut him. Let him loose here. Give him 1. Johnson working that line right there. That's the stalling. 7-2. Boldman in the lead. Nice double leg takedown. Going to go out. No. Boldman's foot went out of bounds before it came back in. No takedown. 28.2 to go in the first period. I'm afraid Johnson needs to get hit for stalling very soon. Double leg takedown. See right there, he held on. He didn't base out. So he's going to give up 2 back points at the end of the period to make it 11-2 Boldman. Boldman will lead 11-2 at the end of the first period, going into the second period.
I'd like to remind everybody on the Sports Animal, for our listening and viewing audience, tomorrow night we are right back here. We are going to be watching the Chillicothe team coming in to play Wilmington's boys basketball team. Wilmington's team is 10-0. They're going for their 11th straight win tomorrow night. Yeah, tune in at 7:15 for our pregame. The game will start at 7:30. We'll be right back here with all the action on CampusNation.com.
Johnson will now optional start Boldman. And Boldman did the smart thing. Turned his hips trying to go for a takedown. Johnson is still in control. And he's going to get a reversal here, so it's 13-2. Minute 35 to go in the second period. Needing 4 more points. 3 more points. Bottom man's going to get hit for stalling. Just 3 more points will give him a technical fall. Where's the 4? It's 4. New math. Yeah, there you go. Get it.
Common Core math.
Get it in. Boldman still working his offense on top, trying to get more back points. Try to end this one with a minute left to go in the second period. There's some back points there. He's getting him with a half. He got 3, 16-2, 35 seconds left. And just 2 more will end it. 25 seconds. He's trying to work for the fall here. He's got a tech fall in his pocket, working for a fall. And that's going to be a technical fall. 19-2, Boldman winning by technical fall. That's 5 more points for Wilmington.
And finishing up our busy week of high school and college sports, this Saturday on the 17th of January, my sister's birthday, by the way, happy birthday, we have men's college basketball. Wilmington is going to be hosting Muskegon, and that game will start at 2:45 for our pregame, with the game to follow at 3 o'clock. Tune in for all the action tomorrow night, boys high school basketball, right back here at 7:15. And then men's college basketball at 2:45 this coming Saturday the 17th. All on the Sports Animal, CampusNation.com.
138 pounds, Isaac Allen against Caleb Smith. Allen from Wilmington, Smith from McLean. Head and arm out of balance to begin the period.
Greenfield, McClain versus Isaac Allen of Wilmington.
Okay, this is your 132. My bad. Two points for Allen. This is 132. I got confused. They were doing all of the whatchamacallit, forfeits, and you kind of get lost in the mix.
Charlie's daughter, Crystal, came in, placed first, second, and third tonight in her swim meet there at McLean.
Good job, Crystal.
Yeah.
Trying to work his offense is Allen. That's the end of our first period. Isaac Allen with a 2-0 lead over Caleb Smith from McLean, 132-pound weight class. Allen will choose down in the second period.
You still working on that coffee? I was going to say it's got to be ice cold by now. Oh, okay.
Looking for a Peterson. Here the coaches tell him to skate. That means to skate your knees out, scoot your knees out. Right there, he can get a Peterson if he hooks that other leg, but he's got the single leg trying to work for a reversal. Allen will get two reversals, making it 4-0 with 1.5 minutes left to go in our second period. Got a hammer lock. Oh, switches to a wing. Sucks him back. Getting some back points now. Now running over with a half. And there's the ball.
There's the fall.
6 points for Isaac Allen at 132. £138. Coming up, it'll be a forfeit for Wilmington, I believe. No? I don't know who it is. 145 pounds.
McClain versus Doug Estes of Wilmington.
Estes of Wilmington, Faulkner of McLean, 145 pounds, so I was right.
You're arguing with yourself.
Yep. Nice job by Estes with a cross base. Got 2 points. Here early on in this matchup, 140 left to go in the first period. 145-pound weight class. One more scheduled match still to come. That's 160 pounds. Trying to get some back points, not able to. 60 seconds to go in the first period. Estes trying to keep him in balance, try to get some back points here. And almost getting the tilt. There's some back points there. He can sit there for the last 37 seconds, maybe even stick him here. Looking for a fall. I don't know if he can get it. It's a weird position to be in. The bottom man put himself in that position.
Yeah, because he kept trying to turn over. Several times he was trying to turn over to get out of
Look at this. Now he's looking for a Navy. Got that inside lay hook. Estes has got 3 back points earned. There's 3. It's now 5-0 here, closing out our first period. Estes is in the lead. Oh, there's a locking hands. And it's going to go 1 red because Estes locked his hand. So at the end of 1 period, Doug Estes with a 5-1 lead over Dylan Faulkner of McLean. You're listening live on CampusNation.com to Sports Animal High School Wrestling from Wilmington High School. AJ Ganger here alongside Rick Phillips and Tabby Bigler on camera. You look so cute with your hair spiked up all the time.
He does.
Caution on the bottom man. Estes is first. Good job with his first move being a stand-up. He's trying to switch. Bottom or top man's got his leg. Stands just right up, trying to get the escape.
Could be a reversal if he's not careful.
They're going to go out. No change. Top man still had control with 1:43 left. Estes will still be down. He's leading this match 5-1.
Got some long legs.
Yeah, he does. These are the long and lanky, skinny guys. Nice sit-out switch by Estes. Still working for the reversal, and he's got it. 7-1. Kelly Tolliver, the head coach of Wilmington, shouting instructions.
He's a lot more vocal than the McLean coach.
Right.
In both matches, the McLean coach is fairly quiet. I'm used to the screamers.
Right. We'll just wait till Wilmington and Massey go at it. We're going to have some shouting.
Uh-huh. Well, those are cousins going at it.
SCOL matchups here tonight as well.
That's right. It's all SCOL.
Trying to get a tilt is Estes. Bottom man is on the line. Bottom man is almost helping the top man out, grabbing that ankle. He can come out the back door if he wanted to here and get a reversal. And Estes is going to give up the 1 points, now 7-2. Oh, a double leg by Faulkner and a 2-point takedown. It's now 7-4. Estes in the lead. 23 seconds left to go in our second period. They're going to go out of bounds. Nice double leg takedown. And a 2 reversal real quick for Estes off the bottom, making it 9-4. 10 seconds to go in the period. And Faulkner's looking for a reversal here. If he doesn't get a reversal here, he'll get 1 point. He'll get the 1 for the escape. It's 9-5 after 2 periods.
I think that was the Kroger in Blanchester, but my friend Judith Sturgeon, she's got on here. Look at this. The gas price is $1.55.9.
It's amazing.
$1.55.9. Yeah, that must be Bland because they've got the e-fuel, which is only at it looks like it's $1.05.
We're going to go neutral. It's 10-5. Faulkner let him escape. Estes trying to drive, trying to get his head inside single. Now he's got to chase the ankle. No change. They're on the edge of the mat. They're going to go out. 1:40 to go in our third and final period. 10-5. Estes from Wilmington in the lead. We're still neutral.
And Dillon, he's got control. Now it's 10-7. Lead cut to 3.
Faulkner's going to cut him. It's 11-7. Faulkner, bad shot. Still grabbed it. Got to get his hips up. No points yet. We're still neutral here. Estes has a half. Looking to put Faulkner on his back, and he's going to. No. And there's 2 points. 13-7. A 6-point lead. There's a half, very deep half. Getting back points now is Estes, looking for a major decision and perhaps a fall here. And there's the fall. Doug Estes winning by pinfall in our 145-pound weight class.
Want to remind everybody that we've got a reschedule from a girls' game that was postponed from this past Monday, coming up this Monday night on the 19th. We've got girls high school basketball. Bellbrook will be in, hosted by Wilmington, and that'll be this Monday night. The game, the pregame show starts at 7:15, and the game will start at 7:30. We have another busy schedule this coming week on CampusNation.com. All kinds of high school and college sports.
152 pounds is a forfeit for Wilmington. 6 more points for them. Our final matchup will be at the 160-pound weight class. Bryant Bregford against Jacob Badley for McLean and Wilmington. Here's our final matchup here. Badley getting a nice single leg. Still scrambling. We're still neutral. Badley head inside. Gonna dump it. Get 2 now. 2-0. Bagley in the lead. Our final matchup of our dual meet this evening. One more still to come with Clinton-Massie against Wilmington. A little high on top. Needs to sink his hips back. There you go. Badley with a cross face. Comes out front. 50 seconds to go in our first period. Redford looking to get an escape, maybe a reversal. Still in control is Badley here, 25 seconds. All Redford has to do is stand up and he'll get 1. 15 seconds to go, first period. Just base up here and get your 1. He's going to get 1, I think, no matter what here. Nope, he does not get an escape.
2-0 at the end of the first period, our 160-pound matchup. Jacob Badley in the lead. He's going to defer. And Bradford will go down to begin our second period. And Badley's going to tell the referee he wants to go neutral, so it'll be 2-1. Nice double leg by Badley, finishing. There's 2 points for Jake. Jake gonna cut him. 4-2. It's a takedown lead for Badley here. 1:20 to go in the second period. Badley going for a front headlock. There's 2 more points. Oh, good job by Bedford, realizing that he was going to kick him here on the line. He almost has 2 here. Does Bryant? He's got a hip. There's 2 reversal. 6-4. Badley in the lead.
.23 seconds remaining.
Both wrestlers just trying to work here. Our next dual meet will start at the weight class 182 pounds. At the end of our second period here, we're going to go to a 6-4 match with Jacob Badley in the lead from McLean, his choice.
And for all of those listeners out there and watchers, we want to remind you that next Thursday night we are back here in the middle school gym, and we are going to have high school wrestling. Chillicothe will be coming in, hosted by Wilmington.
Badley chooses neutral. And he almost put Brian on his back. Still no points awarded. Official needs to watch that knee. And there's 2 points. It's now 8-4. And potentially dangerous there, which means that that move could have possibly caused bodily injury to the other wrestler.
To me, it looks like all the moves might cause bodily injury.
.110 left to go in our final matchup here against Wilmington and McClain. Wilmington has this dual meet wrapped up. Bradford still looking for anything he can. And he's going to get hit with stalling. Almost got a full Nelson called. Got a bar. Good job getting out of there. It's a great defense. And looking for a reversal is Bedford. He's going the wrong way with his hips. .10 seconds left. Bedford's going to go for a turn. He's got the reversal, 8-6, 5 seconds.
Doesn't look like there's enough time.
And that's going to do it here, ladies and gentlemen. Jacob Badley winning 8-6. A 3-point team point victory for McLean to close out our last match of our dual meet here. Let's count up the final scores, and we'll give you a rundown of the recap of all the matches that happened in this dual meet.
Once again, reminding you of next action here on campusnation.com. Tomorrow night we are back here in the middle school gym where Chillicothe will be coming into Wilmington. Now, they've played Wilmington earlier and lost at Chillicothe, but they'll get a second shot at the undefeated Hurricane. Tomorrow night, game at 7:30, and our pregame will start at 7:15. On Friday the 17th, we have, let's make that Saturday the 17th, men's college basketball. That'll start at 2:45. Muskegon will be coming into Wilmington College to play there at Risk Arena. That starts at 2:45 as pregame and 3 o'clock with the game. We have girls high school basketball. Bellbrook coming into Wilmington on a rescheduled game this Monday night, January the 19th. Once again, a start time of 7:15 pregame, 7:30 for the game. And then Otterbein is coming into Wilmington College, women's college basketball, the 21st, which will be next Wednesday night, January the 21st, Wilmington hosting Otterbein. On the 22nd, we are back here for high school wrestling, another Thursday night event. That'll be the 22nd, and Chillicothe will be coming in, the Cavaliers, into the middle school gym here in Wilmington for a dual meet, a high school wrestling match. So if you're an aficionado, if you really like high school wrestling, this is the place to be next Thursday.
It's the place to be right now as well. All right, our final recap of our matches. We started at the weight class 170 pounds. Chris McAvoy getting a pin against Tristan Hill. 182, Dakota Gerald getting a pin for Wilmington. Mark Huff wins a 4-2 decision at 195 pounds. And Jarrett Miles took a forfeit at 285 from McLean to get 6 points. 106 was a forfeit for Wilmington. There's 6 more points for the Hurricane. Keegan Rollins gets 6 points from McLean with the forfeit. Taylor Steele gets a pin over Barnhart of McLean. Jacob Boldman beating Tommy Johnson by pinfall in the 126-pound matchup. 132, Jacob Allen by technical fall over Caleb Smith. 19-2 for 5 points for Wilmington. Doug Estes with a pin over Dylan Faulkner. Alistair Branch gets a forfeit for Wilmington, and Jacob Badley with an 8-6 decision over Bryant Bedford of Wilmington. Our final team scores: Wilmington 48, McLean 15. Coming up in just a few minutes, we got our final dual meet of the evening, Wilmington taking on Clinton-Massie in another SCOL matchup.
You're listening to the Sports Animal, Campus Nation, as we bring you a tri-match. We've got Greenfield McLean, who they've just concluded their 2 matches, the first against Clinton-Massie and the second against Wilmington. Now we are going to be seeing, I guess you could say, cousins, cross-county rivals, Clinton-Massie, the Falcons, and the Wilmington Cane. That will be the last event here tonight from the middle school gym here at the campus of Wilmington High School. if you didn't hear our earlier part of the broadcast, for those Buckeye fans, Cardell Jones is not going to go to the NFL as I had predicted. So there you go, riding the wave with Dave Martin. And there you go, Charlie Hargrave. Another point for Rick Phillips here. Cardell's going to stay at Ohio State. And then AJ and his clan there, the Michigan lovers, they were trying to fool me into thinking that Braxton Miller was going up to Michigan, to talk to them. Ha, ha, ha. It wasn't funny. I didn't fall for it.
Up next, Clinton-Massie against Wilmington. 182-pound weight class, Cody Cunningham against Dakota Jarrell of Wilmington.
And we're starting our first match of the Massey-Wilmington meet. Did you find some aspirin there, AJ? Yeah, put your Michigan hat back on.
Up on the junior highlight, starting at 160.
Again, we're beginning at 182. Cody Cunningham against Dakota Jarrell. Wilmington, Clinton-Massie to close out our evening here from the middle school gym. This is going to be a good duel. Both teams won their first duels against McLean. Oh, nice job with the sucker drag. Drops down to a single leg. Looking for a front trip, back trip, anything he can get. If he reaches up, he can lock up a cradle. Nice back trip to his back. And there's 2 points for Jarrell. And he's going to let Cunningham out. 2-1. Dakota Jarrell in the lead here in the first period of our 182-pound weight class. Oh, nice head outside to a dump right there, right to his back. Is Dakota Jarrell putting Cunningham on his back. Runs up, gets a half, looking for a fall. Still looking for a fall. Oh, the official got kicked in the face. Cunningham is going to get stuck. 6-point pinfall by Dakota Jarrell. 195-pound weight class. Mark Huff for Wilmington.
Winner on the junior high mat, 160-pound weight class, Katie of Wilmington. Up next,
Mark Huff getting quick two.
195-pound weight class, Joseph Hagee against Mark
Joseph Hagee.
of Wilmington.
Huff looking for a bar here. Try to get some back points. Switches back off. Bring it. Haging back down to the mat. Huff a winner earlier against McLean, 4-2.
Huff still looking for a turn. 1:10 left to go in our first period. There's got a half. Straight to his back, looking for the fall. I think he's got it here. And it's a fall for Mark Huff for Wilmington. 6 more points on the board. And we're going to have another forfeit.
Taking the forfeit at 220 pounds for Clinton-Massie, Sam Brothers.
Sam Brothers will be taking the forfeit for Massey. That's 6 points on the board. It's 12-6 going into 106 pounds, where Sawyer Garrison for Wilmington will be taking on Matthew Asher of Clinton-Massie.
Matthew Asher of Clinton-Massie against Sawyer Garrison of Wilmington.
Garrison of Wilmington, Asher of Massey, 106. Oh, nice double leg by Asher. Quickly getting a takedown. Putting the boots in, flattening out Garrison. Looking for a hammerlock, doesn't get it. Oh, nice job getting the bar there, getting some back points is Asher. Looking for the fall. He's going to sit out with it. Now, 5-0 Matthew Asher over Sawyer Garrison. 1:08 left to go in the first period. We will finish this evening with Chris McAvoy at 170 pounds for Wilmington. Oh, another bar. Looking for more back points. Looking for a fall. And Matthew Asher wins by pinfall over Sawyer Garrison of Wilmington. And we are tied right back up 12-12 in team scores. Doing all right over there?
I am doing peachy. How about you, Tabby? Peachy?
Tabby's always peachy.
Yeah?
Looks like an orange with that sweatshirt on.
The color of your eyes are peachy or orange?
Massey will
all
take
right.
the lead with a forfeit at 113 pounds. Justin Gibbs, now it's 18-12. And our 120-pound weight class, Taylor Steele against Bryson Mills of Massey. Taylor Steele of Wilmington, 120-pound weight class. Steele, nice slide by. Getting the early 2 points. So Massey has taken the lead with a pinfall and 2 forfeits. Trying to look for a turn here. Is Steele. Both wrestlers go out of bounds. 1:07 to go in the first period. Steele's going to use an optional start. Giving him 1. Nice job right back in on the single. They go out of bounds. 2-1. Steele over Mills right now. Bad shot, gets right back out. 3-point stance, back up to his feet. Front headlock. Gets, that should have been 2.
I was going to say, it looked like he did a revert. There it is.
Yeah, he should have got 2 as soon as that wrestler hit the mat and he had control. Whether it was with one hand or both hands, it's still 2 points. It's a new rule instilled in high school wrestling. Now he's got the chicken wing, getting some back points. Three more back points for Taylor Steele, makes it 7-1. Maybe looking for a double chicken wing. Five seconds to go in the first period.
I usually need at least, 6 or 8 chicken wings.
That'll be the end of our first period. Taylor Steele of Wilmington with a 7-1 lead over Bryson Mills of Clinton-Massie.
That actually sounds good, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does.
Little B-dubs.
Steele will defer. Can't talk about food around these wrestlers. And Mills will take top to begin the second period.
Well, they've got to watch their figures, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I think both teams are at it again tomorrow or on Saturday. Looking for a stand-up is Steele. Still looking for a stand-up. Mills looking to break him down. Steele with the stand-up. Got to cut away. Get one. Gets away. 8-1. Steele in the lead. 1:35 to go in the second period. Bad shot. Good job getting right back out. Oh, nice shot by Mills. Looking to finish. Good job sprawling his legs back with Steele. And he's going to do a butt drag to get 2. 10-1.
.50 seconds remaining. One of the things that I'll point out here is you mentioned, not only do wrestlers have to worry about their conditioning and those types of things, they've got to worry about their weight.
Yes, they do.
That's the only sport that I know of where weight is a factor, and that you have to stay within, those weight ranges in order to be able to compete.
And right now, since it's after Christmas time, all these weight classes, they give 2 pounds. So they can, if they have made scratch, which is the weight class that, like, this is 120. If they made the weight 120, there's 2 more back points for Steele. Then they can weigh 122 when they weigh in.
Is
after
that because
Christmas.
of the holidays?
Yes, there's a weight allowance after that.
What is that, like the turkey allowance?
Yeah. When I was in junior high, they don't do this anymore, but Christmas time or Thanksgiving time, you got 2 pounds. And then Christmas time, you got another 2. So in junior high, when I was wrestling 80 pounds as a 8th grader. I weighed in at 84 and made weight.
Huh. Were you wet? Soaking wet.
Steele on the bottom to begin the third period. He's up 12-1. He's got a major decision, trying to get at least a tech fall or a pin to tie this thing back up. Tech fall would make Wilmington down by 1. Minute 33 to go. Steele needing to get out of here. Minute left to go. They both go out. Steele will still be down.
Steele trying to get up now. Looking for a head lever is Mills. He can't get it because Steele's elbows are in tight. Goes to a claw ride. Still trying to break Steele back down. 40 seconds. Jinx, you owe me a Coke.
I think you owe me a Coke.
Yeah. All the talking I've been doing tonight.
Yeah. Sound like Dave Martin.
That was a stab at the heart. Dave, if you're listening, he just stabbed me in the heart. Looking for a chicken wing. He's got 15 seconds for a desperation fall. Steele has a major decision. And Taylor Steele is going to win the 125-pound matchup against Bryson Mills 12-1, giving Wilmington 4 team points. Our team score is 18 for Clinton-Massie.
Common Core math going on here. Take your shoes off.
And 16 for Wilmington. Coming up, 126 pounds, Christian Pointer, Jacob Boldman. Boldman, very impressive his first match.
Yes, he was. A little bleeding there.
Yeah. Here we go. 126 pounds underway.
Now wrestling 126-pound weight class, Jacob Boldman.
Oh, nice slide by duck under there by
That was a
Boldman.
nice move.
Getting the 2 takedowns, they go out of bounds. That was nice. 1:37 to go in the first period. It's a nice edge of the mat move to do when you know you're on the edge of the mat and you can still get 2. A little duck under or a slide by will get you there every time. Got a cross wrist. That's Boldman working for a turn. He's got a squirrel tail. Pulls it back out. And he's going to let Pointer up 2-1. Boldman in the lead still for Wilmington. With a win, Boldman can boost Wilmington in the lead.
By 1.
With a 3, yes, which is just a regular decision. Oh, nice slide by again. Tried to get Pointer on his back. There's 2 more. It's 4-1. If he gets a major decision, it'll be 2. Nice return. They go out of bounds. Tech fall will be 3, and a pin will be 4.
You're Johnny on the spot there.
Boldman will be hit with a caution here. 44 seconds to go in the first period. He's got a 4-1 lead over Christian Pointer of Clinton-Massie.
You're listening to The Sports Animal at campusnation.com.
Another big week for us coming up.
Yeah, we have been very busy, and we will be very busy. But we bring you all the sports.
Right. Boldman gets him escape. Nice double leg takedown. 6-2. Well, Boldman can work up here and maybe get some backs on the edge of the mat. They're going to go out of bounds. 16 seconds to go in the first period. Boldman with a 6-2 lead over Pointer.
Next up, 134-pound weight class, junior high division, Seaman of Clinton-Massie versus Schiff of Wilmington.
Boldman bringing it back down to the mat. Still a good job by Pointer standing up. Boldman got a claw. They're going to go, and that'll be the end of the first period with the score. Jacob Boldman 6, Christian Pointer 2. Massey's choice. Pointer will go down to begin the second period. Good job getting that cross wrist as fast as he could, breaking down Pointer. Boldman working. Now he's got a bar, hammerlock. And there's one for Pointer escape, 6-3. Boldman trying to go for a shot. Nice defense by Pointer. Got a front headlock. Oh, nice sucker drag by Boldman. It's a great sucker drag. And another one, so it's now 8-4. Oh, Boldman, nice stop. And there's 2 more points, 10-4. We're under a minute to go in the second. 6-point lead for Boldman of Wilmington. Did you know that if you take a guy down and kick him until you tech fall him, the final score of the match will be 30-15?
Kicking?
Let him
Kicking's
go.
allowed?
That's what we call it. You kick him.
Oh, all right.
Or you cut him. Might be some blood.
30-5. Well, Boldman was bleeding in his first match. Looks like it's happening
It's
again.
going to be his finger. Blood time for Boldman. Yeah, it's his finger. 39 seconds to go in the second period. 10-4. Boldman in the lead.
How would you start bleeding from your finger? Would it be something like where
You have to
yourself?
cut your fingernails when you wrestle. That's one thing you have to do. And I mean,
So
a
they
lot
look
of
at
us.
your fingernails, the
Yes.
refs do before you start
Yes.
wrestling?
They also look at your skin to give you a skin check. But I mean, like if you're like me, I had hangnails all the time on my fingernails, and you know they get caught. You get your cuticles cut open.
You mean you didn't go in for a mani-pedi? Oh,
I bite my nails.
yeah, so do
It's a
I.
very bad habit.
I know, but, you know, we're those high-strung individuals, right?
Right.
Yeah. A lot of energy, a lot of excess energy. That's why we do
Way
this.
too much energy.
That's why we do this, right? Got to burn it off.
Yeah, then we burn it off, and by the end of the broadcast, we're ready to go home and go to bed, right?
Wrong.
Well,
No.
you are.
gotta-
I'm not.
I have to go home and do all the hard work, get everything processed and uploaded to the website, make sure that everybody can see the aftermath.
Yeah, that's right. Optional start for Boldman. You'll be able to watch this broadcast over again either later tonight or early tomorrow morning.
Right.
10-5. Boldman in the lead. 30 seconds in the second period. Both wrestlers working. Boldman, I believe, has an underhook. Oh, nice duck for 2. They go out with 10 seconds left. 12-5. Boldman the lead here. 10 seconds left in the second period.
Did you say duck?
That was a duck under.
Oh, all right.
Nice duck. That's what it's called. Boldman going to cut him again. 12-6. Trying to get one more before the end of the period. Nice doubling. Oh, he stepped on the line.
Oh,
Man, if he would have kept his foot in, he would have got 2. 7.5 to get one. Nice single leg. Gets the 2 at the end of the period. They're going to go out. 1.7 seconds. That's a great shot. It only took 6 seconds. 14-6. Bowman with an 8-point lead. He's got a major decision. And still one more period to work. That's the end of our period. Choice will go to Boldman. He'll go down. Leading by 8 to begin the third. Nice exploding move. Nice sit-out switch for Boldman. Looking to get that reversal. Still sitting out hard. Just got to drive across, get his leg out. Step over the leg, there's your reversal. 16-6, a minute 30 to go in our match. Looking for a cradle. Just pulls him in here. They go out of bounds.
like to remind everybody, tomorrow night we have boys high school basketball. Chillicothe's Cavaliers will be back in right here to the middle school gym at 7:15 pregame, 7:30 start They've played Wilmington earlier and lost. Wilmington is 10-0. They're going for 11-0 tomorrow night. Ranked 5th in the state of Ohio in Division I basketball.
Well, they went from 6th to 5th, or 8th
Right.
to 5th.
Yeah, they're in 5th place now. Gahanna Lincoln out of Columbus is still ranked number 1.
You like Gahanna Lincoln. You're always mentioning them.
Well, that's where my friend and attorney friend Tony M. Mancuso is up in Gahanna. We almost put a studio up there in his office.
I think the Massey wrestler's now bleeding.
Yeah, he used to do sports broadcasting in his earlier years. Went to law school at University of Dayton and I believe at Ohio State. Big Bengals fan and a very big Reds fan. And he was crushed this year with the Bengals not doing any better in the playoffs than they have the past few years.
I bet you were crushed that the Cowboys didn't do very much in the playoffs like they did in the past few years.
Well, as long as they did better than the Browns.
I was waiting for it. Hey, you know, I'm a Reds fan.
Are you?
Huh.
Well,
I know that's surprising.
I've always been a Reds fan. No
I used
matter
to
where
go.
I've lived, Denver or Dallas or Phoenix, always followed the Reds.
I used to go to Reds games when they were in Synergy before they blew it up. I'm sure you went to Crosley Field. You're that old.
Actually, I did. Yeah, I did. I went to games at Crosley Field.
Nice cradle by Bullman. No back points. 45 seconds to go in the match. He's up by 10. Oh, nice job to catch the arm on the way over. Going to cut him out. 6-1. Get 2 more. 18-7. 18-8. 25 seconds. Every single pointer has scored in this match has been an escape. Oh, nice. Nice ankle pick. 20-8. Just needs 3 points for attack with 10 seconds
don't think
left.
he's going to get it.
Oh, he might. He crushed that cradle. And Boldman is going to win this match by the score of 20-8, a major decision over Christian Pointer in our 126-pound matchup.
Boldman looks like a fine little wrestler there.
Yeah, he's very talented. 4 more points for Wilmington, giving him a 2-point lead over Clinton-Massie, 20-18. Coming up, 132-pound weight class, Isaac Allen against Zach Dillo from Clinton-Massie. Colin Green will be wrestling for Wilmington.
Tabby on video, AJ doing the, I guess you'd call it play-by-play.
I'm doing everything.
And I'm just sitting here, making sure everything sounds and looks good.
It always does.
Of course.
We do a very good
I'm
job.
meticulous.
You do a very good job. Oh, nice snap down. Oh, got an underhook. Nothing going on. A couple of squirmy kids here. Nice. And, man, still a nice scramble. Got a front headlock. Does Dillo. Looking to put his head in the hole and chase. Still no points. Green drops down to a single, steps over. Looking to get 2. All he got to do is limp arm out. And there's going to be 2 for Dillo. He's got inside control. Still no points called, and there's 2 for Dillo.
Now get your head out. Get your head out. Pop your head out. Stretch him out. Right there.
Now Green is going to get an escape. 2-1. Dillo in the lead. 34 seconds to go in our first period. Bad shot. Front headlock for Dillo. Drops down to a single. 5 seconds, 2 points for Dillo with time expiring in the first. Zach Dillo with a 4-1 lead at the end of the first period over Colin Green of Wilmington.
How many matches do we have left?
4 matches and a forfeit.
And who's forfeiting, or is it dual?
It's Massey will get 6 points the next match because it's 138, unless they bumped up or something. Going to start neutral. We'll begin our second period. 4-1. Zach Dillo in the lead. Wilmington leading in the team scores 20-18. Head inside single for Dillo. Looking to finish. Drive across. And he's got him on his back now. Dillo's got 2 in back points. Looking for the fall. He may get it. He's got 3 back points, 9-1. The official is going to blow the whistle to allow the Massey wrestler to get his headgear back on. 1:17 to go in the second period.
Now the headgear, usually that's designed to protect your ears.
Yes, yes. Cauliflower ear is one of the many injuries from this sport that you see guys going around with their ears looking all messed up, and you sometimes you even can't control it with headgear. It's just your cartilage in your ear gets beat up so much it flares up. I've got a little bit of it. My brother definitely has it, and he got it through his headgear a couple years ago wrestling at a meet. So, I mean, it's almost inevitable that it's going to happen.
Maybe they should wear helmets.
Right. If I had the choice, I wouldn't wear it. I mean, it doesn't protect against impact or anything like that with your head. So, and concussions aren't very big in this sport. They're really not.
Well, yeah, you're not really getting a lot of that kind of action where the head gets jostled around.
Dillo's got it Green on his back after getting 2. Looking for a fall. Lifts up his head. And there's the fall. Zach Dillo winning by pinfall over Colin Green of Wilmington in your 132-pound weight class, giving Massey 6 more points. And
132-pound weight class, Zach Dillo, Clinton-Massie.
138.
Want to remind everybody that tomorrow night we've got Chillicothe here at Wilmington, and then on the 17th we have men's college basketball. That's this Saturday. It will be 2:45 pregame with the 2:30 or the 2:45 with the 3 o'clock start. Muskegon will be at Wilmington College, Fred Risk Arena.
Allen is going to bump up to Russell Tisninger.
This so they don't have to forfeit.
Yes. There's 2. Massey, though, is back in the lead.
By 2.
24-20.
Oh, okay. 4-point lead.
2 points already for Tisner.
Now, when you bump up like that in the weight class, you're probably sort of at a disadvantage, aren't you?
Yeah, if that's not the weight you normally wrestle at, I mean, you could also weigh that much after you weighed in this afternoon and you ate a little bit. There is a rule, though, you cannot bump up more than 2 weight classes before you lose your certification. That's just a rule that's always been in high school wrestling. If I wrestled 104 or 106 and I bumped up to 126, I'd lose my certification at 106, so I'd have to wrestle 113. It's for the year, I believe. Nice cradle by Tisner, getting back points, looking for a fall. Well, less than a minute to go in the first period. Looking for a fall is Tisner, and he's got it. Pinfall for Alex Tisner over Isaac Allen at 138 pounds. 12, 24, 30 to 20, I believe, is our score now.
Sounds like that is correct.
145-pound weight class, Davey Toonen of Clinton-Massie against Doug Estes of Wilmington. I'm sorry, Ross Lennon of Massey. Toonen is next.
I think I've heard of Toonen. In
Football player.
Football. Yeah.
Good little running back for Clinton-Massie's football team. Estes looking to get a takedown here, and he's going to pop up and get 2 points. Minute 38 to go. First period, 2-0 Estes with an early lead. Now in wrestlers' logic, the good wrestlers, if you watch a good wrestling match, no matter what weight class it is, that person that gets that first takedown 9 times out of 10 will win the match. Because you got to look at it this way. They're not going to ride each other. So you get 2 points in the first period. It's your choice. You choose down, you're going to get away. That's 3-0. Possibly, maybe you'll get another takedown. Reversal by Lennon. And if you don't, it's 3-0.
Right.
So the other guy's going to go down. It's going to be 3-1, and the match will probably end 3-2 because you'll probably get 2 stall calls. That's just the way wrestling is today. And there are 3 different styles of wrestling. You're watching folk style. Lennon getting back points. Looking for a fall here. He might have it. He's got a pin.
It's close.
He's going to get 3 back points, though. They're going to go out of bounds. It is now 5-2. Ross Lennon over Doug Estes. But, I mean, that's the way that wrestling has evolved into with the good wrestlers. You know, like I said, you're watching folk-style wrestling tonight. What they go on and do in the Olympics is freestyle and Greco-Roman wrestling. Greco is more upper body wrestling. Freestyle is all below the waist. Looking for, I think he's got a half here. Lynn might get the pin. Trying to stretch this lead to 16. 10 seconds left. Switches off to a head and arm. Put a lot of pressure in him. Oh, and they got the pin. That was extremely close. Ross Lennon winning your 145-pound matchup against Doug Estes by pinfall. Now 36-20. Massey leading as a team with 3 more matches left. I don't know if Wilmington can catch them.
So now we've got, it looks like 3 refs.
There were 4 here altogether.
So they have 2 refs. They switch on and off on each mat.
Yes.
Since we had
Davey.
Yeah, the junior varsity or middle school?
Middle school.
Yeah, middle school. Wrestling.
Davey Toonen wrestling Alistair Branch from Wilmington in the 152-pound weight class with 2 matches left after this one.
Yeah, it doesn't appear that Wilmington could catch them.
With 18 points, they're down by 16. They can
they'd have
catch.
3 pins.
They can catch them. But if they lose this match, it's all over.
Right.
2-point takedown for Toonen. Looking for a half here. He's got a leg in. Toonen's high. Better be careful. Branch is out. Toonen's high. Branch is out. Good job with the leg defense. 48 seconds to go in the first period. Branch looking to get 1 or maybe 2. Oh, a nice crossface by Toonen. That had to hurt. Rip your nose right off. That's the way a crossface is supposed to feel.
At least make it bleed a little.
Toonen better be careful there. He had double unders. Almost had a full Nelson. He's high again.
All Branch has to do is swim. If Branch would swim, he could possibly get out, but the referee's going to call a stalemate. 15.4 to go in the first period. 2-0, Davy Toonen in the lead. Caution against Branch.
You're watching high school wrestling on Campus Nation, the sports animal. Yeah.
Branch trying to get one here with 10 seconds left in the first period. And Toonen, nice roll through tilt, and he didn't get 2 count. It's Massey's choice. Toonen will choose neutral to begin the second period, leading 2-0. Wilmington needs 3 pins or 2 pins and a tech fall
to be able to.
Or 2 pins and a major, I think. Yeah. But if they lose this match here or only win by a decision, they cannot catch Clinton-Massie in the scoreboard. Nice shot by Branch. Going to drive through, keep his legs in bounds. And he's going to come back out. They're both going to go out. Man, you got to finish those shots. You got to drive through your man. You know, you think about Clinton-Massie and Wilmington basketball and football being a rivalry. This match means a lot to these wrestlers. No matter, I mean, ooh.
I mean, there's no question that in any sport, when you're, you know, playing against or you have matches against a cross-county rival,
or even in college where it's, you know, Michigan, Ohio State, everything, Michigan, you know, Ohio State, Wisconsin, they're all big rivals.
Except for football.
Yeah, okay. But I get where you're coming from. Both going to go out again. Good movement here.
And I know we've not talked about this, but we do want to congratulate the Ohio State Buckeyes for winning the national championship. It's been something that we probably have avoided talking about for a week. Right, AJ?
I'll admit it.
All
you
right.
know, congratulations. You know, you proved everyone wrong. You proved all the ESPN analysts wrong.
And
that the Big Ten.
And you see the Big Ten is a great conference.
I'll tell you what, Ohio State is going to help the Big Ten out immensely when it comes to recruiting, because if a player can't go to Ohio State, where else do you think they're going to go? Another Big Ten school.
Absolutely.
And even when it comes to other sports, they're going to want to go to places that, you know, the conferences have a lot of prestige. So you're going to want to do that. And, you know, I know a couple wrestlers that are going to Ohio State and going to Michigan.
We're talking about Ohio State. They just recently beat Michigan in basketball. But the real talk of the town, as far as up in Columbus, was that the defending national champion Penn State Nittany Lions were defeated by the Ohio State wrestling team. So
that's a spladle. He's got a nice spladle to his Davy Toonen on Branch. There's nothing you can do there. He didn't let go of the leg, and he's going to get stuck because he got spladled. I have not seen a good spladle like that in a very long time. I used to hit him all the time in wrestling, but that was a nice spladle done by Davy Toonen. And he's going to win your 152-pound weight class, coming up to 160. But, yeah, I watched and heard about Penn State falling to Ohio State. Penn State's won the national championship in wrestling for the past,
forever.
4 or 5 years. They're
Right.
becoming the Graham of wrestling in NCAA. I mean, you got to look at it. You got to think of it this way, too. Wrestling, there's only 3 or 4 big schools in wrestling that are talked about.
Right.
I mean, you got Cornell, and a nice job by Redford trying to get it, but Tisdner has a double, and there's 2. And, you know, you got Oklahoma State, Iowa State, where Cale Sanderson, the head coach of Penn State, went to and was 159-0, the only person to go undefeated and win 4 national titles in the history of the NCAA. But he's not the only person to win 4 national titles. He won 4. There's one other one. I think it might have been John Smith. I'm not sure who won 4. And then just recently, Kyle Dake won 4, and he's from Cornell.
So it's sort of an exclusive club when it
Right.
comes to wrestling as far as big schools.
Right. I mean, Iowa State, Michigan, they're coming up. I watched them, they had wrestled a good match against Minnesota. Minnesota's a tough team. The Big Ten, if you want to wrestle in Division I in college and you have a shot to go and wrestle somewhere big like the Big Ten or the MAC or anywhere like that, those are the places to go. The Big Ten, I mean, you got competition out the yin-yang now, and then they brought in Rutgers and Maryland, and I don't know how good those two teams are coming out of the ACC but and the American Conference, but they're, wrestling is on the rise. They tried to get rid of it in the Olympics, and
Wouldn't let him have
they
that.
wouldn't let it because the wrestling faithful is probably the most loyal fan base you'll ever see. Whether your team loses or wins, you're going to go watch an individual.
Yeah, wrestling goes back to the dawn of the Olympics.
Yeah,
It's
the oldest sport around.
Right. Started on the fields of high schools and junior high schools all over Greece.
Yeah, I mean, they were dirt. They used to wrestle in dirt. They didn't have uniforms. They wrestled nude. Yeah, they wrestled nude. And this is one of the manliest sports. And a 2 takedown as time expires for Tisdander. It's 4-1 at the end of the first period. And wrestling is one of those sports that, you either love it or you hate it. And if you've done it as long as I have and been around it for as long as I have, there's something about it that, over time you get tired of doing it, but you never get tired of watching it. I mean, one of the greatest matches that I have ever seen was just a couple years ago. David Taylor and Kyle Dake wrestling. And, I mean, I can't even describe the feeling as a former wrestler that I had watching that match. I mean, it was incredible to see two guys go out there and pour everything they had on the line for a title. I mean, titles are good. You get, all the accolades and everything like that. You could possibly go to the Olympic team, but wins only last for so long. Those ones last a lifetime. And, I know my brother's that way with winning state, and I know I would be that way. I never had the opportunity to wrestle in the finals of state, so I don't know that feeling. I've only been able to watch it. And these kids out here performing right in front of us, and everyone that goes out and watches wrestling, they're, it's getting there. It's getting to become the most important time of the year. Once the end of January hits, you're going to have sectionals and districts and state before you know it.
Right.
I mean, like I said, 56 days, I believe, until the state finals or maybe just the beginning of the state tournament. So, you're looking at not very many days left, and you got to pour your heart and soul in it. I mean, beginning of the season's one thing. Once you get that middle and that end, you can never have it back. And that's, one of the things I regret. If I could go back and do over my last couple seasons as a wrestler, I would totally do it. If I had the chance to wrestle in college, I would have totally done it. But unfortunately, there's those things in life that you cannot go back and do. And that's one of them. And that's why I'm glad that I can give back in the sport.
So what you're saying is there's no do-over.
There's no do-overs in life, and especially in wrestling. I mean, yeah, you can wrestle the same guy twice and get that win back, but now for 6 minutes on the mat, you wrestle 6 minutes in high school where the one prize is like no other. I mean, it's an amazing feeling just step out on that mat in front of people. I mean, there may not be very many people go to wrestling meets, but like you said, we had a pretty good crowd here tonight. We still do.
Yeah, we did have a good crowd tonight.
Wrestling is back on the rise.
Score is 6-1. We're going into the third and final.
Anthony Tisdander in the lead from Clinton-Massie over Birdford. We're one match away from closing everything out with a 175-pound match between Tristan Hill of Clinton-Massie and Chris McAvoy of Wilmington. Probably another good matchup, just like we saw earlier with McLean and Marcotte.
Right.
So.
You know, another thing about wrestling is the good wrestlers never stop. You can wrestle year round, and the good ones, they never stop. It's their life. Looking for a reversal here is Bryant. And a scramble situation. Minute 5 to go in a match. Stalemate, and Bradford will go back down. So, like I said, you know, wrestling happens year round, and even in college, you know, yeah, you have a specific season where it's the winter time, normally from beginning of November or the end of November to March is your season, same as basketball. But after March, what are you doing? You're training until November. You're going out and getting experience at open tournaments and wrestling different styles with different people and learning new things and keeping your mind fresh. So when you step out on that mat in November, and you cannot figure for the body, and that's exactly what happened there to make the score 6-2. Tisdander in the lead.
"20 seconds.
With 5 seconds left, it looks like Tisdander is going to pull this one out. And it'll be a 6-2 win and 3 more points for Clinton-Massie. Anthony Tisdander, your winner at 160 pounds for Clinton-Massie. And our final matchup of the evening, 170 pounds, Chris McAvoy of Wilmington taking on Tristan Hill of Clinton-Massie.
Evening 170-pound weight class. Tristan Hill of Clinton-Massie against Chris McAvoy of Wilmington.
Nice head and side single by McAvoy. Picks it up. You drive across, get his 2 points. Early 2-0 lead for McAvoy. Got a bar right now. Looking for that wrist. All he's got to do is run around the head. Looking for a double now. Got a double bar locked in. Chris gonna run over his head. He's got it, and he's gonna get some back points out of it. If he sits out, he has a chance for a fall. Good job by McAvoy to get some back points. 3 near fall. 1:04 to go in our first period. It's 5-0 McAvoy. McAvoy going to get hit with a caution. McAvoy going to let him out. 1 point for Hill. Hill going to go in another shot. McAvoy with the muscle, putting him on his back. He's got 2 takedowns, looking for the pin here. Going to lift up that head, keep your hips down. The strength to have on your neck right there. You see him bridging out.
Got to do a lot of those
there you go.
exercises with your neck.
He's got a reverse half in, looking for a pin. McAvoy almost, and there it is. Chris McAvoy, your winner at 170 pounds for Wilmington, finishing off the night with a win for the Hurricane. I'll tally up the scores real quick, get a final, and we'll run through everything to end the night.
Right, and I'll go over our schedule, upcoming schedule. Tomorrow night, we're right back here at the middle school gym. Chillicothe will be coming in to play against the Wilmington Hurricane boys basketball team at 10-0. They're trying to go 11-0 tomorrow night. And then Saturday in the afternoon, we've got Muskegon coming in to Wilmington College. That game will be a 2:45 pregame with a 3 o'clock tip-off. Monday, we've got girls high school basketball right back here at Wilmington. Bellbrook will be coming in. Bellbrook's got a fine girls basketball program. I was saying I think they've won like something like the last 7 out of 8 years their conference title.
Right.
And then women's college basketball, Otterbein coming into Wilmington, and that'll be January the 21st. That tip-off will be 7:15 with a 7:30 start as well. They're just now getting ready to clean up. AJ, go over it, and then we'll wrap this one up.
All right, we start at the 182-pound weight class with Dakota Jarrell pinning Cody Cunningham of Clinton-Massie, giving Wilmington the first 6 points of the night. Mark Huff at 195 pounds pinning Joseph out of Clinton-Massie, earning 6 points for Wilmington. A forfeit at 220 pounds. Sam Brothers picked up 6 points there for Clinton-Massie. 285 was a double forfeit. 106 pounds, Matthew Asher with a pin over Sawyer Garrison for the 6 points there. Justin Gibbs receiving a forfeit at 113 pounds for Clinton-Massie. Taylor Steele with a major decision, 12-1 over Bryson Mills of Clinton-Massie. Jacob Boldman with a major decision, 20-8 over Christian Pointer. Zach Dillow pinning Colin Green of Wilmington, earned 6 more points. Alex Tisdander with 6 points with a pin over Isaac Allen. Ross Lennon for Clinton-Massie pinning Doug Estes. Davey Tunin pinning Alistair Branch of Wilmington. Anthony Tisdander 6-2 decision over Brian Bergford of Wilmington. And finally, Chris McAvoy just pinned Tristan Hill. Our final score, Clinton-Massie 45, Wilmington 26. Wilmington going 1-1 this evening. Massey 2-0, and McLean went 0-2.
Our thanks to Tabby for taking care of our video tonight.
Yes,
so this is Rick Phillips with AJ Ganger, and we're going to say good night, everyone. Don't forget, tomorrow night, boys basketball right back here at it at 7:15. Tune in.